Hi, hi, everyone.
Hey.
We made it. Hi, you guys in the chat. See you. George is with me. Yay.
Yay. I'm so glad. This is so fun. We haven't done this in a while.
So okay, you guys, we're doing something new. Zeno is pushing us and we're doing something new, something he learned that I didn't even notice yet. George has already done it a few times elsewhere. So, okay, George, you explain it.
Okay, well, basically, we are streaming from two different places, or actually from one place, but it's going to two different channels. So you may be seeing this on the Antique Nomad Live, or you may be seeing this on Yvonne Thrifty Bridge. And so the way that works is that we should be able to see, it all goes through StreamYard. We should be able to see all your comments, all your questions, all your bids and everything. So she is the master of ceremonies and I am the guest. So it should all go to where she can see it. If for some reason you have any trouble with that, let me know, because we've got, we'll have some folks on my channel and some folks on her channel, and you're all welcome to bid simultaneously. To make sure that you keep track of the bids, we're going to try to, I can just hit comments. As if she's on and I see you bidding in the comments, I'll go ahead and hit the bid so that you can see what the bid is, and she'll try to do the same for me. So we'll try to keep the bid up on the screen so that you know absolutely what the price currently is, and make your bids accordingly.
Okay. All right. I think I got it, you guys. I did watch George do this with Rosie a couple times, but I didn't know the behind the scenes tech stuff until Zena showed me yesterday. And if you're there, thank you. Hi, Zeno's in the background, I bet you.
He's lurking somewhere.
He helped me to learn how to do this with George. Now, so tonight, Kat, is there any reverb? You guys tell me, because I have glow cam set up with my phone. You guys can't see her yet, but she's here. I'll show you. She's here. There she is.
Yes, it's really cool. I wish I had one.
Each channel won't see the other one. Hang on. Let me see. Won't see the other chat. Okay.
Okay, so that's why it's very important to look at the screen, because that's where we're going to hit the, if I have a bid on my end and it's the high bid, I'm going to put it up. And if she sees it on her end, she'll put it up. So keep watching the screen and we'll try to keep calling the bid so that you know what it is. You don't do a timer, right?
No, I just do the going once, going twice, last call.
Okay, that sounds great, because that'll give everybody a chance. And that way, if you're not on if you're not on her channel, and you're not seeing bids, then we'll say, hey, okay, it's at this amount. We're going once, going twice. And that way everybody on both channels will know this is your chance to get your last bids in.
Okay, so those of you, so you guys, so we share, you have more subscribers, followers, friends, but all of mine love you too. So you guys be patient. If for some reason this, I messed this up, it'll be me, because George has done this before. So our shot caller is Kathy, the kitty cat. Where are you, girl? There you are. Saying hi to Gloria. Her. Hi, Gloria B. Kathy's going to shot call tonight. So Kathy, maybe give us a little extra few minutes after last call. Okay. Yes. Maybe give us a few extra seconds. Okay. All right, babe. Okay. So hi, everyone in the chat. Hi. And I guess, is there anything else, George? I think we can.
I think the only thing I see is that it looks like I can't put anything up on the screen. It looks like just you can. So you will have to follow the bid, and I'll try to make sure that I let you know if there's anything coming in that you're not seeing.
See, we talked about that yesterday. I should have given you the seat for today.
Okay, I didn't understand that, but now I do. But that's okay. We'll make it work.
Okay. Mental note for the future. Mental note. That's okay. But I can see. Let's see. So whenever, okay, you guys, hang on while we work this out. So I'm looking at the side chat here on StreamYard, and when I see people that have the little the little link thing, that means they're over on your channel.
Yes.
Okay, so it's fine then. I can see hi, I see George's chat people too. Hi. Yes. Great. So I can flip them over. So you guys,
okay,
Kathy, give me a few extra seconds after each of us does last call. Okay, give me a few extra, give them us and them a few extra seconds. Okay, babe?
That sounds good, because yeah, you can see everybody, and I think I can only see mine. If you buy it, and we'll keep flashing this Nightbot so you can see if it comes from me, send your information to me at my email address. If it comes from Yvonne, send it to hers, because I'm shipping from Kentucky and she's shipping from Colorado.
Yes.
So depending where you are in the country, we're pretty central to everybody, but the things will come from the 2 different locations. Anything I'm selling comes from here. Anything she's selling comes from there.
Yes, because we are only together online. We are separate. We are separate regions of the country. Okay, and
it's
then
the magic of all this.
Those of you that that are with me on my every Monday night sales. So this, I told you guys, this will be my last. I'm done with the Mondays for the rest of this year. This is my last sale here with George. This special one-off here on Thursday, but I will add it to your boxes, and I'm closing out this and all of December Monday sales. And then,
I'm so glad you said that. Thank you. Yes. Any of you folks, if you bought from me before Tuesday, I've already probably shipped it, sent it, invoiced you. If you bought from me on Tuesday, this sale and the one I'm doing on my channel tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, any of those things we can add to your Tuesday shipment if you already bought on Tuesday. So we will combine shipping for that, just like what you're saying.
Yeah, that really helps out, because shipping is going crazy.
Yeah.
That helps out. And speaking of shipping, y'all, another thing you will have to remember to be patient is, especially the United States Post Office, they're in their holiday crunch mode. Oh my gosh. And I talked about this last Monday on the live sale when Alex came over. And not only that, but we saw in the news that Amazon, that the Postmaster General guy told them all, give Amazon priority over the rest of us. So yeah, so some of our packages might be like moving a little slow through the system.
I had one that I sent priority, and they said, well, it'll get there by the 22nd. And I thought, well, at least that's soon enough, but that hardly seems like priority 8 days later. But
yeah.
But then the client, who was very concerned, got it like 2 days later. So
thank goodness. All right. Well, then I guess we will get started.
Yay.
So I brought some vintage, the affordable vintage glass with the uranium and the cadmium and the magnesium, all that stuff that George can probably talk about better than I can. Then I brought some newer items that just happen to have like day glow effect. Okay. And one of them specifically is a very new item. It's the glow in the dark. So it has phosphorus. So just let me start with that, because that's a fun little piece. Let me just start with that. Okay, you guys, it's down here. Sorry. Glow Cam, she's taken up my cart, so I had to put stuff down. I've already sold 2 of these on Knickknacks. These are new, yes. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I'm coming in by myself because we like to, hang on.
Yes, there you go.
There we go. Sorry about that. So these are new. They're just bottle stoppers, and they've got phosphorus in them. So after you put them in some light, they're going to like glow for a couple more hours afterwards. But they will also glow in your black light display. Okay. Now, and I didn't tell you this because this might be a hard pass for some of you. It's got a real scorpion decoupage in it. Okay, you guys. So that might be a hard pass for some of you.
I think that's kind of cool.
It's cool. And I've already sold 2 of them over on Knickknacks. Let me, hi, you guys. I'm sorry I didn't flip over a bunch of chat things, you guys. We're doing something a little different for me right now. So, and anyways, and hi, Mom. Hi. So let me switch over to the Glow Cam. This one offers start at $2. Let me switch over the Glow. How am I doing this wrong? Hang on, you guys. Let me figure this out. So I went solo.
Nope, that's me. There you go. You got it.
I got George. I'm so sorry, babe.
It's okay.
Let me work this out.
Hey, if worse comes to worse, we can do this as a 3 and your cam can be on, because when you're on, we can hear you. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Until I can figure this new situation out, you don't have any private time to eat your cookie. Okay? We're gonna watch
okay, I don't mind being on.
Okay, so now let me see if I do this.
Yeah,
nope.
Oh, wait, you did it, and I thought I could hear you. Try it again.
I'm working on it, you guys. Watch out. Hang on. Let me figure. Okay, so there we go.
Yay.
Got it. Okay, you guys. There we go. So Gloria's at 3.
Cool. Hi, Gloria. Thank you.
And so
That is a cool thing.
it is cute. It's just on a metal. It's on a metal piece, you guys, with a rubber silicone stopper. And this part has the phosphorus glow material in it. And the top is just encased in acrylic or whatever. I don't want to say lucite. That's a brand name. And there's a real scorpion in there. Okay. I'm just saying. So, but it will glow with your black light display or on its own. Hi, Elderly Poodle. Hi, you guys. Okay, so Gloria, I think we have Gloria for 3. I don't see anything else. So we'll say going once. Yes, Sally. Yes, PayPal, hun. Yeah. I also have the Cash App, and I've got Stripe, and I can run my own credit card system, but PayPal is usually how I invoice. Ooh, this one's so bright, and so is that bracelet. And last call. Oh, thank you, Elderly Poodle. Thank you, babe. We're at 9. That was last call, and so Kathy will give you guys a few more seconds. Okay. This one's actually a little bit too bright for Miss Glow Cam, isn't it? Bring me back in.
Yeah, the phosphorescence sometimes is like that.
Oh, darn it, George. You're gonna have to be on your guard at all times because here I go.
That's okay. We've got Gloria at 10.
There we go. Ha, something new. Yvonne has to learn something new. It's okay. I got it. And Gloria's at 10 for those of you that are on George's site. And Kathy's probably going to put in, you have an ashtray with a scorpion in it. Oops.
Ooh, I wish I did. That sounds kind of cool.
Cool. That'll go quite lovely. So Elderly Poodle's at 13, and Kathy's probably just about ready to say item closed. Thank you, Rusty. Yes, it's a learning curve. I like it. I'm going to like it. I'm sure it's just different.
Actually, you did great.
Just where to put us. A little bit of an issue, but I'll figure that out. Thank you. Yeah, so any of you guys that are wanting to do this here, you can learn from what's watching me try to figure this out. And there's item closed from Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. I hope you guys are following the Kitschy Cat, my friend Kathy. You've seen her do lives with me. You've seen her on Whatnot. You've seen her on Knickknacks. And that's it. I'll write that down and put that aside. That is for Elderly Poodle. Thank you. I know who you are. Seen you around for years, babe. Okay, and now let me do this. Here comes George. Okay. I think here comes great. George. Yes.
All right. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. We've got a bunch of stuff. I've got, maybe as many as 20 items for this sale, and a lot of it is Fenton custard glass. There might be a piece or two of Burmese. In fact, I know I see a few. I've got a little bit of cadmium, but I have a few other things that glow under black light that are not glass. So I thought we'd start with one of those. This is going to be $5 choice, and the choice is between either, let me get this for you. These are little stocking stuffers. This one is the Duncan Glow Imperial, and this actually is phosphorescent, so it will glow just if you under regular light, but you can see with the black light what it does. It turns into this neat sort of custard lime color. And this one is from the 70s. It is advertising on the back. This was a premium from Rice Krispies. So that is one choice for $5. It does have its string. I am terrible at yo-yo, but we'll see if we can't make it come back once. Okay, that's about the extent of my yo-yo talent. So there you go. I do not know how to do tricks and stuff. When I was a kid, they were always trying to get us to buy one and learn, but I never mastered it. And then the other choice, and it's $5 choice. The other option is, and these will be together as a pair. These are just these cute little Santa walkers, but look how they they fluoresce really bright. All of the white really stands out under a UV light. They have some sort of a phosphorescence to them. You can see in Santa's beard the way it glows. Hey, Stephanie from Thrifting Adventures. It is great to see you. It's been a long time.
Yes,
and you can see the snowman glowing there too. This is more of a phosphorescent glow. So $5 each is the option here. And if anyone is interested in these, go ahead and put in an opening bid of $5. It is choice. The high bidder will get one or the other unless they want both. So let's see here. Duncan Glow Imperial there, we'll put it on its non-advertising side. But this is the choice, and these little guys do wind up and work. I don't buy them if they don't. I've always liked these little walkers. This guy rolls along. He's going to be probably 1980s or so. And thank you, Lorraine, our opening bid there. And this guy also late 70s, early 80s, and he does walk. I can show him walking, but I can't really do him on a flat surface for you. So you'll just have to have him on your own table and he'll go. So $5 choice. And we've got Lorraine Mitchell as our high bidder. If anyone else is interested, this would be the time to get in, because if we don't see anyone else, well, then we close it out and we go on to the next bid. So $5, folks, let us know if anyone else is in. Otherwise, we're going to let Lorraine have her choice between the yo-yo or the pair of walkers, or if she wants both, it's $5 per. So we're going to give this just another second or two. And hey, everybody, it's great to have you all joining us in the chat. I see a lot of friends and people I recognize and a few people that I haven't seen for a long time. And I know we've got some people on Yvonne's side who I can't see, but I am excited that you're here too. So, okay, we are at $5. I think we're going to wrap this one up, and it's going to be Lorraine's unless someone else gets in right now. We are going once. We are going twice. All in, all done. All right, then we are going to sell these. We are sold, and we'll just wait for that sold to come in. And whoever the high bidder is, when the sold comes in, we have a moment to wait for a lag. And then I'll be able to tell you. We are at $7, just waiting for that final sold. And we will find out who our new owner of these is. And just looking for that to come in. I know there's a little bit of a lag for me too, because I'm on the other end of this. So that means that if you're seeing it about the same time I am, we're in about the same boat.
Yeah, and I've asked Kathy to give us a few extra seconds before she puts, item closed.
Just to make sure, but there it is. And Southern Mermaid at $7 choice. Please let us know if you are interested in the yo-yo or the pair of walkers. And then if you don't take both, we'll let Lorraine Mitchell have the backup bid. So we'll just wait for a moment for Southern Mermaid. It's nice to see you again, too. It's great to have some folks I haven't gotten to see for a while. I don't do a lot of these live sales, but I'm doing a lot this month. Yo-yo. Okay, very good. So that is going to you. Lorraine Mitchell, if you are in the market for the two walkers for $7 for the pair, let us know. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next bids here. So I've got Southern Mermaid down for that, and she says she's a pass. So, okay, very good. Well, thank you very much, and we'll let Yvonne bring up her next item.
Yes. And hi, Dana. You bought something from George today. Okay, so let me come in. Hang on, I need to fix something. Actually, my email is thriftyrichclub@hotmail. Nightbot. Put that in.
Okay. Sorry about that. We had another one for you.
That's a different one.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
We got it.
All right. So, all right. The next item that I have. Yes. Okay. The next item that I have for you guys is rainbow. Still has the tag on it for you guys. Let me see if I can get that up there. Give me a second. See if we can get that to focus. Kinda. There it is, rainbow. Very beautiful all by itself, but you know what it's going to do, right? This riggery, if I'm calling that right, this riggery is going to glow a little bit. There's going to be a little fade here. So I'm going to slip this into the glow cam box now, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up for offers, because I'm going to probably do this all wrong. So you guys can keep sending offers in. I'll start it at $5, Kathy. Offers start at $5 while I figure out how to do this again. Okay, because I want to add to the stage. I want to add the glow cam. I want to add the girl. Let's see if I can do it like, oh, there we go. Now George can have some privacy. Although he put a hat on, and we know George loves his hats. Oh my gosh. We got to see George in his hat, because that's That's a George thing. There it is, you guys. There it is. Look at the, George, am I saying that right? Riggery? That stuff there. I'm pretty sure that's called Riggery, right? Look at that. Super nice. Yes, Peter. Oh, hi, Peter. I'm glad you're here. My next big glass sale, whether it's just good glass and pottery, a little bit higher end than what I usually bring on my sales here on my Monday sales, will be with Pete. Peter, got to get that on the docket. Probably throw in some glow glass too. So I see Penny for 5. I see Leslie for 5. So Leslie, either refresh, babe, because Penny was first. No, George is in the background. He's adjusting his hat, nibbling on a little cookie. So tell me if you guys need to know anything more about this. It looks like, what, about 5 inches tall. Still has the rainbow. Still has the rainbow sticker on it. I'm adding a little extra because I want you guys to see that Riggery on there. Okay. Jess is in at 10. Let me bring it back out. Bring myself in. You guys have seen the glow on it. There we go. But look, it's beautiful all on its own. Yep, it's got the Jolly Rancher candy vibe, doesn't it? Let's see where we're at. Hi, Sheila. Hi. Yeah, so we're Jesse. Those of you coming in late, I want you to know there's a little bit of, me messing around because we are also simulcasting to George's channel. Zeno showed me how to do that last night. So some things in the chat are coming from George's channel that I'm trying to remember to flip over. They are making offers as well, and I'm trying to flip them over, okay? You have one of these in avocado green. That probably looks pretty cool. All right. And there's the bottom of it. No chips, cracks, or repairs. I don't even feel a flea bite, but very pretty. Very pretty. All right. It glows, yes. Let me put it back in the glow cam for you. If you're just now coming in, sorry about that. Let's add it to stage. George, you might accidentally pop in again. Hang on. Nope, I did it right. There you go. This Riggery here really glows. Crazy orangey, tangerine, orange sherbet, and then there's a little bit at the bottom and then a little bit around the top of the ruffle edge, okay? That's going on with this rainbow piece, and it does have the silver foil sticker. All right, so going once. Nightbot, stop. Who's George, control Nightbot. That's the wrong email. And going twice. We're just for 10. And last call. Sativa, I haven't seen you around for a while. Well, yeah, I see you on George's channel. Sometimes I'm listening in the background, but if I come in late, I don't say anything because I don't want to disrupt and I just want to listen. But I've seen you. But hi, babe. Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. I'm just waiting for item closed. Yes, it's been a while. George has been running around doing his shows. So I suspect here for the colder weeks or months, we can catch him kind of maybe staying closer to base camp. I don't know. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, and item closed. So that goes to Jess for 15. If I'm seeing that right, y'all tell me if I messed something up on that. Okay, and then let me talk about this because I think I might need to actually take it off, Sativa, because it's too much of a glower. It's too much. It's like super flexing over everything else. It is crazy. I got this from, let me come in. There we go. I got this from Kate, from my friend Kate, Follow That Bug Vintage. She's the bangle queen, right? She has single-handedly resurrected bangles, and she was selling this. It's a you know, more of a, not a clamper, just a cuff. And boy, I had to fight for this, but I knew I wanted this for the glow sale. So, but I had no idea that it was going to try to, you know, like be queen bee of everything. So there it is. But it's super cool. It's got little rhinestones in it. I ended up having to pay $30. No, Kate sold it. She found it and sold it, Lorraine. I got this from Kate on her whatnot. So, because I knew I wanted to wear it for the sale, and I had to fight for it. Yes, it's a little bit too bright. So I let me bring this back in. Yeah, it's a little bit too bright, isn't it? So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off, you guys. We've had fun with it, right? But it's super awesome. And I don't know. I'll put it in my UV glass case. But it's got little rhinestones on it too. But I had to pay $30 for it. But I don't care. It's awesome. So that's that, Sativa. You can hit Kate up. You know where to find Kate. And so now let me back out of this. Remove me. Bring in George.
And tell us your email one more time. I want to make sure I send this message and we get it right.
There it is.
thriftyrichclub@hotmail. Okay, very good. So that's where you need to be sending things. Let me make a quick text here to see if we can change Nightbot. Rich Club.
I think Glowcam is in love with Nightbot. Who is that?
That doesn't
got
sound.
A little bot thing going on here.
Yeah, that doesn't sound natural.
There we go. Wait a minute. It's too bright. It's just taken over. Dana says never too bright. Okay. I'll put it on every once in a while, you guys. It's fun. I'll put it in the corner. All right, I'm backing out and let George come in and sell you guys something awesome, I'm sure.
Well, that was really a cool piece you got, Jess, and $15 is a good price for a little piece of rainbow like that. I thought that was very nice. And yes, I'm sitting here playing with my Santa hat when I should be showing you guys something that you would be interested in. So let's go to that. I have a lot of Fenton because this is a glowing sale, and I have a lot of Fenton custard, a few pieces of Burmese. So we're going to start one Fenton lot now. And these actually, I'm going to start pretty inexpensively. They are bells, nothing like the tinkle of bells for Christmas. But these do, it's funny, you're thinking, well, teal doesn't glow under a black light, but I'll show you something kind of fun about it. These are going to start at $10 choice. So $10 each is the opening bid on these. And we've got a couple of different patterns here. Now, the custard glass, I think those of us who are friends of things that glow and like this sort of stuff are pretty familiar with this, because, of course, it goes bright green under a black light. But notice that the flowers also, the frit on the flowers actually go into, the correct email is thriftyrichclub@hotmail.com. So here is our glow, but you're going to notice something about the flowers, especially on this second one. We have Lorraine in at $10 for choice. Thank you. This one is teal. These are both 1980s vintage. This one has the, let's get it where we can focus. There we are. This one has the drapery and bow knot pattern on the bottom. And you think, well, that doesn't glow, but what does glow, and it won't show so much here because I have such bright studio lights, but notice how the frit on the flowers, the frit will actually glow a really deep purple lavender under black light. I don't know if turning one of these off might make that show better. I'll see if that helps at all. Yeah, now you get it a little bit more. See how that turns into a really bright lavender. If you just have the black light on and no outside light, you're going to see those flowers pop. So that is a pretty neat thing. And there we go. We'll get back in the light here. I have always liked the Fenton bells because of the quality compared to a lot of other bells. I've known some big bell collectors in my time. One guy had over 3,000 of them, and Fenton was definitely his preferred. Let me see if I can get that to stop. Nightbot is correct now. Thank you very much, Nightbot, and thank you, Rusty Nail, for letting us know. So we are at $10 for choice, and here I'll show you this a little bit more up close again. This is what it looks like under regular light. And it has the Fenton logo inside. I'm trying to see if we have a decorator name on this one, but this one doesn't seem to have a signature. The custard glass is actually part of one of the lines they did for Tiara. So it actually has the Tiara exclusives in it, and it does have the initials. But when they made for some of the outside companies, and Fenton made for a lot of different companies, actually, it's surprising how many. they did not always put a full signature on because the company they were making for wanted it to be theirs. And yeah, I think lavender and teal do look good together. Marcy, hi there, nice to see you. And Marcy's at $15 for choice on these. So yeah, I think they're just really pretty. This one is a quilted diamond optic, as you'll see in the pattern of the glass. And actually, I'll turn it around to the back where you don't see it with any decoration, because then you'll see that a little more clearly there. You can see the diamond pattern in it. And then this one is a very traditional shape bell. It is your plain straight-sided bell, and that's nice because it lets the flowers show. And again, that flower, which is pink here under a strong UV light, is going to glow lavender. It's going to be very, very lavenderish. And thank you, Jess. Yes, I think this is a very pretty bell too. So we are at $15. I'm going to say get your bids in, because we are going to wrap this one up pretty soon. But I will show you again, Nancy Smith, nice to see you. And the daisy is a glower, and there is it with glowing going on. I don't have as good a blacklight setup as Yvonne, but there you go. You can really see it there. And then when we come this way, you can see how it actually pops the flowers out a little more. I wish I had a setup like Yvonne did, where you'd really see that. And Marcy's at $17. And then this one, the design is neat because the design goes up the handle as well. As you see here, you get the bow knot and ribbon up there too. So this one's nice because the mold has a lot of design, whereas this one is all about that the whole thing glows. So nice choices. We're at $20, and I know that we've got a couple of you interested here. In the interest of moving on, just because we have a lot of things to sell at this sale, and then I've got another sale after this. So in the interest of moving along, I'm going to say Nancy Smith says she's out. So let's wrap this one up. And unless someone else gets in, we're going to let Marcy have her choice, one or both of the Fenton bells. So we'll go ahead and we're going to say we are going once, we are going twice, and all in, all done. And we're going to go ahead and sell these. And yes, a UV box, I know nothing money won't fix, and I'm sure that we'll get there sometime. Okay, there we go. Kitschy Cat's getting it in there. Going once, going twice. We're just waiting for last call. Yep, and we're just waiting for that sold here. And it looks like Marcy's going to have her choice unless someone else jumps in here. And then if Marcy doesn't take both, then Nancy will be the backup. And we're just going to give it one more moment. And Marcy says she'll take the blue. We'll wait for the official sold just in case somebody comes in at the last second. But as soon as it marks sold, there we go, item closed. And Marcy takes the blue. So Nancy, $20 would be the backup bid. And if you are interested in this, you may have it for $20. So let us know about that. I'm going to make a note for Marcy in the meantime on the teal bell. And we're going to go down to comments here. There we go. Marcy, you're into that one at 20, and Nancy, okay, Nancy's going to pass on this. So we'll hold that for another day. All right, what do you have, Yvonne? Uh-oh, there we go.
George, I'm gonna let you slide in the back, babe. So you guys remember, anything that someone didn't take tonight, you can always email. One of us might still have it later. Now we do shows, we have booths, we do lives, but if you catch us like maybe within 24, 48 hours, there's a good chance we might still have that item. Just send us an email and we'll let you know. Okay? All right, you guys. Ooh, boy. I love these. This has been about 6 months, but those of you that watch my channel, you guys saw me see these out of the corner of my eye. And it was in one of those picker porn booths that I'm afraid to go into. Like a Django booth, and I'm like, Now the corner of my eyes, I was going down the aisle. I went, wait, what is that? And she was also shutting down some of her booths. So it was like a super duper sale. Finally, wait a minute, Gloria, there you go, babe. George, do you see that? Huh? Okay. He's shaking his head. Yes, Gloria. He's writing you down, babe. He's got you. I see him writing in the green room. Okay. Gloria, you're so awesome. You guys, you can find Gloria over on Knickknacks too, just in case you didn't know. A lot of you are over on Knickknacks with us. Jocelyn's district marketplace group. Thank you. Thank you. It's been fun. Anyways, back to these awesome sweetie pies. So these are Viking. They're in great shape. I could not find anything. If at any time, you guys, I've always told you this. If at any time I make a mistake or you get it and you just like, this is not as cool as what it looked like in, online, or you guys, you're so good to me. I don't care if you get it and like your wash machine died that same day and you're like, I need some money. I need my money back. Okay, I'm okay. I'll sell it again. All right. Anyway, here you go. These are Viking candlestick holders. Now I'm starting these at 20, you guys. You get both of them. Let me slip them over here in the glow cam box. Let me remember how to do this. There she is. There we go. They're gorgeous. Oh my gosh. There you go. Looky, looky. They are really great. I'm trying to not overdo it. It's like I can see it in person, you guys. They're truly amazing. This here isn't a 365 black light, but this one is a 365. So when I add this extra shine, I'm looking at it, I'm going, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Let me see what George did. George did something cool from underneath that seemed to work. I've never been able to get that to work for me. You won't be disappointed in the glow on me, so you guys. Okay, oops, sorry. Let me stop talking and see. So Sky, say hi, Sky. Sky. Sky is also over there on Knickknacks. Thank you, thank you. I have come to adore Skylar more than I can say. I got your package too. I went ahead and opened it and took a peek, but I'm going to do a friend mail unboxing. But I got it, Sky, and I saw what you put on the top. Oh, you guys are going to die when you see what Sky sent me. Or Skylar, sorry. Let's see, where are we at? No, yeah, Skylar's Sativa. You might need to refresh, hun. So far, we're at 25. I'm trying to make sure these are so good. Viking glass is great. It's an affordable glass too. It's not crazy prices, although the Swan glass bases have gone up. Like, you guys know that. It just feels so good. It really does. Man, these are going to glow more than what you guys are even seeing. With Glow Cam, she's not even doing it justice, actually. Let me see if I tilt some of this. She's not even doing it justice as to what is happening on the bottom of this. She's not capturing it that well. All right, so Sky's at 25. Let's see what we got going on. Anybody have any more questions? Sativa's coming back at 26. So we'll do going once. You guys, I like just in case. I allow just in case if you like that too. Going twice. Yeah, how can I show that even better? Because this is so sorry. I'm looking at them going, man, it's not even coming across as cool as they really are. That's a little more helpful. See what's going on here at the top? It is like blasting on the bottom too. Let's pull this back and see. It is blasting it on the bottom too. It's really crazy. And last call. I think so, Kristen. I think so. Yeah, but you know what? Don't pout, because you know what? That's the day you found that gravel cat, right? And you found that Blanco for practically nothing. So, we were even Steven that day. Yeah. Okay. I think we are with Sky at 30. And Kathy's going to make a decision when she thinks you guys are done and wants to close it down. Yeah, that gravel cat art, it was like this big, you guys. I don't know if you remember. Long and skinny, and it was like an elongated cat on gravel art. And I guess whoever had it didn't care about vintage. And while I was working and doing other things, grabbing other cool stuff, Kristen and Jason were on the other side grabbing all the cool stuff. And item closed. Thank you, Kathy. I think that's going to my friend, Skylar. Got you down, sweetie. Thank you. These are headed out to Dallas. I'll put them with your other stuff from the Monday night live sales here on YouTube. Okay. We remove glow cam. Let me bring George in. And let me
Aw,
just kick
that's
myself out.
yeah, very cool. Well, you have some neat stuff tonight, and I'm excited because I do too. And I think everyone's going to have a lot of fun. I have not talked to Yvonne about what she's bringing, so this is all a surprise to me. Unfortunately, I can't bid and sell at the same time, so you guys won't have the competition. But I like what you're bringing. I've always liked those Viking glass candlesticks. They're just really cool, and they look great with the candle in. It's like they're just sort of floating. Anyway, we are going to move on to these. These, I believe, are by the Mosser Company. I do have some Fenton critters as well, but these are the little dogs, and they glow like crazy under a black light. I mean, more than I would have expected on the red one, which is the cadmium here. And we're going to start these out at $15 choice. So 15 is the opening bid for choice. Here it is. It shows, again, it's a little hard to really see it. Usually with the cadmium glow, the glow is near the edges. You can definitely see that in this piece. And you can see it as I go around a little bit. It's definitely stronger when we don't have as much light coming from our stuff, but you can see on the edges and the points where this glows. And if I get it in front, maybe it'll do it a little better. Thank you, Miss Wildlife. I appreciate that. And then here's the lime custard version. And this is what it looks like without the light, and this is what it looks like in the light. So it's a really strong glower. The cadmium is usually just around the edges, but this lime green, boy, it just really fluoresces. It's the lime green custard. It's similar to the Fenton formula because Mosser is right there in Marietta, Ohio, and they, in fact, are the company doing the pieces that are being done for the Fenton gift shop are all coming from Mosser at this point, so they're Mosser colors. I think we have a kitty cat here and a dog. So there is our kitty cat with the cadmium glow. Let me back it up so you can see it. Oh, no, they're dogs. Sorry, it's just the blur. There we go. Okay, there's one and there's the other. Yeah, I see. And orange is the glow on the red one. Yes. So yeah, these are really fun, I think, actually, and they're a little different. Like I say, they're different from the Fenton ones. I haven't seen Fenton do anything really in this color as far as animals go. They did some odd colors, but I haven't run into this shade. So I think this is something that's specific to the Mosser. And again, you can see what a strong glow that particular piece has. And then if I turn this down a little bit, I think you can see, there we go. Now we can see a little more of the cadmium in this when I light it up, especially at the base. Yeah, now you're seeing it better. I'm going to have to just switch that one light off and on because you can see the effect a little bit better this way. So Miss Wildlife is one of our folks who she purchased some things on Tuesday, and so I'm working on an open box for her. If you bought from me on Tuesday, I will combine shipping. I've already sent out the things that came before that. So here we go, $15 for choice. And I know we've got a lot of critter people out there. We do have a few Fenton critters for a little bit later on. And Miss Wildlife is our single bidder here. So get your bids in because we're going to wind this down pretty soon. I'll show you the back so you can see the detail. I didn't really emphasize the detail. They're about 3.5 inches tall. And they actually, there's a lot of molding and sculpting that goes into these. Miss Wildlife at $22 for choice is in. I know Cheryl did that too. Did the company make owls? That's a good question. I would presume that they did, but I don't know Mosser that well, to be honest with you. I'm more familiar with the Fenton pieces. Mosser production really came around right when I first started in the business is when I started seeing a lot of Mosser. That was probably 30 years ago. And I have to be honest, I haven't really followed their catalogs and things like I should, because now they're a fairly collectible company and I'd like to know more about them. So I'm going to have to go back and bone up on that a little bit. Gloria, you're in at 18, but we have Miss Wildlife at 22 is the current high bidder. So I will let you, I know you and she and Cheryl are interested in these. So we'll give you a moment to make another round here. And then shortly here, I think Gloria's at $24 for choice now. Thank you very much. Miss Wildlife, $28 for choice. Yeah, I think these are really cool. I like bringing the critters. I do have, I brought the glow ones tonight. I do have other critters, but they are not glowers. So This was the special thing for this sale. I've been holding these back. We're at $28 for choice. And I think we can go ahead, if our moderator, if you want to start our going, gone, I think we're getting close to that point. So get your final bids in, folks, and just bid what you're willing to pay. Don't go crazy. I don't do just in cases. So the high bidder is the high bidder. So whoever is the high bid at the point where it says sold, that's where we'll be. And so I think we're going to start going, gone here. We are going once. And I will leave it for, and it is a glow party sale. Yes, almost everything I brought glows or fluoresces or does something. So, and I've got a few things that aren't glass too. So stay tuned for that. And there's our going once. You can follow it in the chat there. G1 is going once. G2 is going twice. LC is last call, and sold is sold. And once they're sold, doesn't matter if we get higher bids afterwards, we honor the high bid at the point where the sold comes into the chat. So there's going twice. It will be choice for these. Our high bid is currently $28. And it's a vintage rave. That's right. Yes. Yeah, I keep thinking it'd be fun if I could just, do this whole place in black lights and wear the shirt and the whole thing. And but then you wouldn't be able to see me. And maybe that'd be better. Maybe these would focus better. And we're waiting for that last call in the sold here, and then we will let the high bidder have their first choice. If there's any pieces left afterwards, we'll let the backup bidder have the backup. And there's last call. And I'm glad we have a moderator because she's also able to see the lag effect better than I can. And oh, you're welcome. I tried to give information on the stuff I have if I have information. Some of you who've been around a while may already know, but we like to share information here. That's a lot of, honestly, that is my ultimate purpose here on YouTube, is to share information and spread the love of this stuff. So sales are one way to do it, but that's really what I'm about no matter what I'm doing. So, and there we go, item closed. And I believe our high bidder then at $28 is Miss Wildlife. So Miss Wildlife, if you would, it's so funny, she's bidding on my auction, I'm bidding on one of hers. And so Miss Wildlife, if you would let us know in the chat, you would like the red. Okay, very good, thank you. That will go to you. Let's see who our backup was here for the green. And we've got that. So our backup here was Gloria Bonardelli. If you are interested in the little piece here, $28 was the high bid. If you are interested in him, let us know. Otherwise, we will just leave it open in the chat for whoever is interested. But we'll give Gloria a chance first because, yes, please, she'll take that. Well, very good. Thank you very much. And I've got you down. Okay, let's see what Yvonne's got next.
So, George, you can't hear me when you're on by yourself. You can't hear me talking to you.
No, and I can't. You asked me a question when you were talking, and I couldn't hear you either, which is very strange because I can hear you when we're both side by side.
Yeah, so I guess the simul's. I guess that's one thing that happens with the simulcasting, but that's okay.
It doesn't usually. I'm not sure what the reason is. So, but we'll figure it out. We'll have the post game analysis. But if you really need to grab me, apparently when we're next to each other, so even if I'm in the middle of something, just minimize the screen and put yourself up there, and then I'll know you're trying to wave me.
Oh, I was just chit chatting. No, I was just let's see what Zeno says. It's probably a setting that defaults to mute. Okay, we'll figure it out.
It probably is.
Okay, here I come. I'm going to put George in the background for a second. Hi, how are you guys? Okay, I've got a piece of Fenton. Apparently, I bought this. I've been saving up glow glass. Well, since the last glow glass sale when George was here, because I knew I was going to do another one. I just didn't know with who. And it turns out I'm going to do two of them. This one with George, and then I'm going to do one with Peter Sy. Anyway, so apparently I paid $4.99 plus tax for this one. This is a Fenton. I'm pretty sure that's Fenton, right? Custard glass. So we will start it at, let's see, 5, a little bit of tax. We'll start this at 8. And let me slip it in the glow can because it's a good one. There we go. Look at that. There we go. This one has the grape pattern on the inside. Let me pull it back out for a moment, you guys, and show you. This has the grapes. It's got like the, what do you call these? These column panels, right, on that. A little bit of scallop, not ruffled. That would be scalloped. I'm just testing myself. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. This is a slight pedestal base, very slight. It's got the starburst on the bottom. Custard glass has a unique feel. Hi, Kimmy. Kimmy's in for 8. There you go. That's a nice addition if you're having a blacklight dinner with friends or for your case. It's a good one. It glows almost as much as the bracelet that I scored from Kate, or my awesome fake fingernail that I saved for tonight too. It is nice, isn't it? So Kim's in for, hi, Kimmy. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yeah, Liz, we've been on for, oh my gosh, almost an hour. Where you been, girl? Thank you. Thank you. So let me know if you have any questions about this piece. I didn't feel any issues with it. Nope. Feels good. I didn't see any hairline cracks inside. Hi, Karen. Karen's in for 10. Oh, I'm glad you had a sale. Liz has started up her eBay, you guys, a couple months ago. It's not going too bad for her. So I'm very glad. Very, very glad. Just looking at the chat, because some of this is from George, and you guys cannot see if you're not on George's channel. And I want to push some things over so that you can see too, the people that are chatting on George's side. Jess, we're at 15 with Gloria. We're glad you're here now, Kim. You might need to refresh, Jess. And when you guys refresh, be sure that you double check. It depends on what device you're on, whether it's get off of the default of top chat and go make sure it's on live chat or all messages, okay? It depends on what device you're watching. That way you can be sure that you see all, oops, sorry. That way you can be sure that you see all messages, okay? So here it is. By itself, it's that like pale lime green, that pastel pale lime green. Remember, this is a blue tint coming off my computer, but by itself, it's that custard glass with a little bit of the green hint. But then, yes. So there we go. So going once. All right, this one's on fire. Going twice. We're at Jess for 18 so far. And last call. Let me pull it back out so you can see some of the details. There you go. It's got the grapes in the middle. What else is in there? There's some grapes, a grape bundle and some leaves. There you go. There's a nice tilt so you can see. Starburst pattern on the bottom. A little bit of a like pedestal or whatever you call this bottom piece. Scallop top. Panels. I'm not seeing every text. Yeah, some of it's coming from George's. So unless see, this is coming from George's channel. So yeah, you're not seeing everything. But the bids, the offers I am catching, okay? I am catching the offers. Gloria's coming back at, oh, you just got in there, Gloria. You just got in there for 20. And there's Kathy's item closed. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, all offers. Thank you, everyone in the chat. And on this particular item, special thanks to Gloria. Okay, I'm going to bring in George while I write this down. Sorry, Karen. You were like a millisecond too short. Okay, sorry, babe. All right.
Well, that's okay, because I have a bunch of Fenton custard, and we will definitely try to make everybody happy with a piece or two here. And this one's going to be the butterfly round. So let me show you these. It's going to be choice. These are both Fenton custard, just like the piece that was just shown by Yvonne. And these are both butterfly themes. This one was made originally as a ring holder, although a lot of people just enjoy having them sitting around. And you can see that there's a lot of detail, actually. One thing that's nice about this is, of course, even though blacklight was starting to be a thing around the time they started making these in the late 60s and early 70s, but it wasn't something most people did, and you didn't really have them at home too often. I mean, you could get a bulb, but it was kind of expensive, and so not that many people played with UV lights like we play with them now. And so Fenton, they weren't selling it because it glowed, they were selling it because it had a lot of design. So they really did make a lot of design in it. This part here is where you would put your ring if you're using it for that. Full disclosure, there is the teeniest, tiniest little doink here right on the seam, which I think is actually a finishing issue, but I wanted to make sure I showed that before we have any bids in, because I don't like anybody to bid on something and then say, oh, by the way, there's this thing that we didn't tell you about. So I'll show you that once more up on the corner there. It's just got the tiniest little bump there on the seam. So I wanted you to know that. And then here's the other piece, and we can go ahead and start the bidding now. These are going to be $15 choice for starts. So $15 is the opening bid. Now here's the other piece, and I will describe the details and probably put it back up again. But here, this one has butterflies all over. This is the loop-handled bowl, and they did this with various patterns, but the butterfly pattern I think is really fun. We've got Gloria at $25 for choice. And here we go with all these butterflies floating around the butterfly in the center. I just always thought that was a pretty neat piece. And Sativa Queen, I appreciate your bid, but Gloria is a little bit ahead of you there, just to let you know. This one is 9 inches handle to handle. So it actually has some pretty good width, but it's a nice low piece for bonbons or that sort of thing. So it's essentially a 6-inch square inside of loop handles that make the overall size 9 inches. This one is a 1970s Fenton piece. So it has the oval mark, which I have upside down. There we go. But you will see that it does not have a date code under it. This one, on the other hand, they didn't mark everything until the late 70s, and this one doesn't seem to have a mark, so I think it's a little earlier. This is probably early 1970s and would have originally been sold with a paper label. Hey, sunny Las Vegas, good to see you. We've got $25 choice as the current bid. Let me show you how these glow under black light, because, of course, this is a glow party, so we got to show the fun of that. Let me get this around where I can hold it better. Okay, here it is coming up from underneath. You can see the glow. Here it is coming from the back. So this one really glows very nicely. I think this one's pretty cool. And actually, we're getting a little darker outside here. So if I turn this light off, now I think you're going to see things a little bit more for the glow, despite the fact that I don't have a cool glow box. There it is. Okay. And then here is the other part as well. And thank you, Miss Wildlife. Yes, thumbs up really do help us with YouTube. It gets people to know that we're here doing this. And if you like this kind of content, well, it helps us make more of it. I will show you some and tell you some more details on the ring holder here. We have Jess at $30 for choice. The ring holder, the details around it, because again, there we go, not so washed out now that I don't have as much light on. You can see they have florals and berries and a little bit of design there, and then a lot of design on the back of the wings. This piece is, okay, Gloria's at $35 bid, and this one is 4.5 inches tall. So we are at a bid of $35 choice. I think we're going to go ahead and close this one out. So we will say going, gone here. And I will let our moderator, thank you very, very much, Kitschy Cat, for doing this, by the way, put the going once, going twice in the chat. So if you folks are interested in this, we have a $35 current bid for choice. And then it will be the high bidder will get the first choice, and the backup bidder will have the choice if there is a choice left. So it's one or both, and we have going once. So get your bids in if you're interested. Going twice. And we're just waiting for that finish. Yes, Sativa Queen. Butterflies galore. I love the butterflies. Finally saw some, here's last chance. And we're just waiting to see, and then we will have our final sold, and we'll go from there. Let's see here. The grand pause. Everybody hold your breath. And this is good, though, because this is letting us account for the lag in a way that would be hard for us to do otherwise. And there we go, item close. So Gloria, you are the high bidder at $35 choice. Let us know if you're interested in the butterfly wing holder or the bowl, or if you're interested in both, then you're certainly welcome to both. And you'd like the butterfly, I think you mean the ring holder. Let me confirm that with you. I'm pretty sure you mean this piece. Let me know if that's not the case, because we're going to put the other one up for the backup bidder. So I'm going to set this down. I'm presuming it's that one. Let me make a note here. Yes, that's right. Okay, so backup bidder was Jess Trujillo. Jess, if you are interested in the bowl here, let us know, and we can put that aside if you like. And if it was the other piece you wanted, well, then this will be up for grabs. So I will make a note of Gloria for this piece in the meantime. All right. And just waiting to find out from Jess for bonbons. Yes, you want the bonbon. That's wonderful. Well, thank you very much. Glad we could make everybody happy. All right, let's see what Yvonne's got.
Hello. Yes, people have blacklight dinner parties. I know. It's me. I went over to grab YouTube. Anyways, what I was saying is these are, I don't know whose these are, Jeanette or who's ever, but they're vintage uranium glass. There they go. For the pair of them, starting at, I don't remember what I started it at. Oh no, we'll start it at $6 for the pair of them. And I was saying that people actually do have blacklight dinner parties, you guys. So you need some of that swag if you're going to have one of those. Sorry, you guys. I had to put myself on mute, so I wanted to go over and grab YouTube and see what it looks like on George's channel, because I'm still trying to figure out how this goes. Woo, okay, all three of you came in at 10 at once, but from my end, I see the first one is Gloria. But all of you, Connis, Kimmy, Gloria, y'all came in. Okay, never mind. Connis fixed it. She's like, I got this. There you go. All right, Connis. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. I might have some more downstairs, but I'm going to save some of it for when I come back with Peter. So I've only pulled up about half of it for tonight, you guys. Oh, these are so good. So good. And Connor, let's see, and then Deb, let's see, let me get back up here. Deb hit with a 12. Connor says, I love you, Debs, but I kind of want those for my glow party, for my glow dinner party, which I'm going to invite Yvonne since she lives here. We're going to co-host it. So we're at 15 with Connis. All right, you guys. I think I'll start counting these down. I want you guys to always get good deals on my channel. I'm treating this just like I do my Monday live sales, that it's for you guys. All right. So going once, going twice, then you get both of them. But here it is by itself. That doesn't work. There it is. You guys recognize that color? And last call. There's some water spots on it because I was washing everything for you guys. Let's see where we're at. Deb's at 20, it looks like. Jess, you might need to refresh, babe. Kathy, give Jess a couple extra seconds to refresh. I think he or she's a little behind. May you please have the bracelet? I got this from Kim. I mean, I got that from Kate. I got that just to bring just for this sale. I'm like, oh, I have to have that. I knew she had it. I was surprised she was selling it. You know, she's got us all wearing our bangles. And I had to fight for it. I had to pay $30, but it's worth every penny, I think. But yeah, Kate, follow that bug vintage. Oh, I know. Oh my gosh, Everly Poodle, word, right? Yeah, definitely. There, I think Jess is back on track. All right. So I think I said last call. Yeah. So Kathy will give you guys a few more seconds. I feel like it's retro vintage, Janet. I mean, Pamela, sorry. I feel like it's retro vintage. But you know what? While George is on, I'll go check it out and see if I can find another one on Poshmark or eBay for you, okay? And there's our item closed from the beautiful Kathy the Kitty Cat. So let me scroll up and see what happened here. Jess got back in real time with us. $25. Thank you. Putting in your box. Bye-bye, Glowcam. Bye-bye, Yvonne.
Hello there. Okay. Well, I don't usually wear the merchandise, but this is our choice for this round. And you think,
wait.
Well, what?
I'm just like, okay, you guys, George is everything. I just had to, so you guys can hear me. I just wanted you to hear my excitement, how happy I am to have George here. George brings the everything, the extra.
Well, I try. And no, I don't usually wear earrings or any of this kind of jewelry, but I wanted to show you this is the choice this time. And the reason it's the choice is I went through my jewelry case and I found 2 lots where blacklight is definitely the thing. Because even though this one I really want to show you, let me see if we can do this. Hold on, folks. Okay. Now we're looking into darkness. There we go. Now you can see why this was such a cool piece. So the $12 starting price on either this cuff or the earrings, and I'll tell you a little bit about them while we do that, but $12 is the starting price. Now this one has a 3-inch opening, which I know is important for you folks to know whether you can bid on it or not if you're buying it for yourself, because you want to know if it fits. Penny, hello there. Thank you very much for your bid. And yes, wow, hey, Fatbird Finds is here. That's great. Now there is something in the clips. Look how that glows under a black light. It's just crazy. So if you went to a black light party, well, these would really stick out and stand out. Now, they don't necessarily have to be for a black light party because they look pretty good just by themselves. Let me get some lights back in here now that you've gotten to see what they look like. And you've gotten to see a bunch of my shirt. So these are, well, let's start with the earrings. These are going to be from about the late 80s or early 90s when jewelry really kind of changes and you see finishes like this more. Brighter gold, shinier gold, hearts and stars and cutouts and things. This is definitely evocative of that time. These actually have never been off their card. They have the original $48 price tag. Which is 30 years old. And they are signed in the back. They are signed Carol Lee. You can kind of see the signature there. It's very small. Miss Wildlife is at 13, our current high bidder. I know that we have, and my white fur is glowing. Yes, that's right, phosphorescent. So we've got 2 of you at $13, but we can only take the first one's bid. So let's see. These are about 2.5 inches in drop. And someone told me years ago, you should always try the earrings on. And that's why I do when I'm shopping. I don't care if people think I'm strange. I try them on because you want to make sure the clips hold well. And these are great. So we have $15 currently bid. Thank you. So that's these. And, you know, they're just a very nice, fun pair of cool earrings if you didn't know about their little secret under a black light. So that's those. And then the cuff here, this is also American made. This is not Chinese import. This is actually a company called Tasha. and it says made in USA right inside. I don't know that you'll be able to, oh yeah, you can see it. There you go. Whoops, I had it for a minute. It wants to focus on the flowers as we do too, but there are the marks. It's made in USA. Tasha is the brand. This is also a 1990s piece. It's got lots of great rhinestones. I'm sorry, am I ignoring you? Let me see if I can find you in the chat here. Use only the Elgato ring light and use the app without having to reach up. Okay. Yes, very good. That's what you were trying to tell me before. Thank you. Okay, I'm not ignoring you now. He's just told me an easier way to make this work. So choice is going to be between the Tasha cuff, which again has a 3-inch opening. I wish you would focus. There we go. And it's just really fun. I mean, yes, it glows under a black light, but does it really need to? Because it's pretty glittery no matter what. Love all those colors, very poppy. And I have to admit, I'm a fan of things that are made in this country. I like supporting our craftspeople. We've got $16 from Miss Wildlife. And again, this is going to be choice. The high bidder will get one or both. And then here are the earrings, the Carol Lee. And Carol Lee is one of those companies that when I first started in the business was pretty new. Well, now it's been 30 years. And yes, we are looking for Carol Lee and some other sign pieces from this era. Cheryl Stevens, $17. Thank you very much. And of course, the high bidder does get choice. And again, the nice thing with this, it's a 3-inch opening. And so even with my big old man hands, I can actually get it on all the way down to here. So this is something, if you like wearing bangles, you're going to be able to wear this with a whole bunch if you like, or just by itself as a statement piece. And it's going to fit most people because it's not teeny, teeny, tiny, which is one nice thing about the more contemporary pieces. You look at those old Bakelite bangles and they're really fun, but there's a lot of them that you can't wear unless you're 13 years old or under. Miss Wildlife at $18 for choice is our high bidder. And I'm going to suggest that now would be the time to get in your bids because we are going to go to last call here. I'm going to say we are at going once, and then we'll let the kitschy cat who's helping us put the going once, going twice, and last call into the chat, and then these items will sell. Hello there. I haven't seen you for a while, and thank you for your bid. We're now at $19 is the high bid, and we are going once. We are going twice. Nancy McMullen, I see your bid, but you are the second bidder at that price, and this is last call, so get your bids in, folks. Jess is at 20. Miss Wildlife's out. We're waiting for that sold to come in, and then we will know who gets the choice of these items. And Nancy, again, you're at 20, but someone else is ahead of you. Jess is the current high bidder in first position, so this is a last chance bid here. And we're waiting for that sold to come up, and then we'll know. And this again is choice. Jess is now at $25 high bid for choice. And waiting for that sold, and that will be that. Item closed, and oh, yep. Just got the bid in, and the other bid came too late. So Jess, please let us know. You are the high bidder, and we have Ipolo as, I know I'm saying that wrong, and I know you from before, and I'm just not getting it right. But anyway, you will be our backup bidder. So just let us know which of these you are interested in, one or both. The bracelet, okay, very good. And so that means our backup bidder. Let us know if you are interested in the Carol Lee earrings. I'm going to go ahead and put Jess down for this. And Jess, I don't know if you've bought from me before, but for any of you, unless I've just talked to you in the last few days, assume that I don't have your information, even if we talk a lot. And make sure you email me at theantiquenomad@gmail.com so we can get these things out to you. And we'll wait to see if our backup bidder is interested in this piece at $25. And Jess will send email. That's great. Thank you. Nancy, I'm sorry. If you're not seeing the bids, it's because we are coming from 2 different channels. So do follow the bid on the screen, because I'm going to try to let you know what the high bid is, but that's where you're going to see it for sure. And so that should hopefully take care of any problems there. And she's going to pass on that. Nancy, if you are interested in the earrings, I believe you were the next backup. So let me know about those if those are of interest to you. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and let Yvonne come up with her next item.
You got everything you need taken care of over there? You're just going to watch the chat? Let's see. Okay, I think that went well, right? Okay, you guys. Hi. All right, my next item. You guys tell me whose it is. That's not a Fenton. I don't know whose this is. I didn't bother looking it up because it doesn't matter. I'm going to start it where I started, and which is $5. But here it is for those of you that really want to know exactly whose it is. Ruffled top. It could be a Fenton. I don't know. I just don't want to call it a Fenton. I'm not happy with the. I'm not 100% happy with it. But anyways, there it is. Very pretty. And it is. I just had my ruler. There it is. I just set it out for this one. And it's about 6:25, you guys. We're going to start it at 5. Let's slip it into glow cam. You guys in the chat, you know your business. Tell me whose that is. I wonder if I do it like this. What does that look like that? That's okay, right? Yeah, that's okay too, right? Yeah. Is that okay, you guys? Let me tinker around here and see some different things. Oh, that's better. Okay, there it is. Let me see. Whose is that, you guys? You guys like it better with the bigger split screen? Deb's at 8, by the way, you guys. I'll switch it back if you guys like it better with the double. But that's a pretty one too. There you go. I'm adding the 365 black UV light on it so you can see that it is good. The thing I have up top here is a just a strip, an LED black UV strip. But this thing here, wait a minute, this thing here is a 365. Woohoo! Awesome. Yes, there you go. 6 inches, you guys. Where are we at? Karen's making it in there. Okay, I was gonna say Karen, then we got Deb's finds. It is Fenton. Okay. Yeah, see, that's it. They're not pointy. They're not pointy, George. That's why I was hesitant to call that one a Fenton, and I should have probably took the time to Google it, but I didn't because I'm like, oh, they'll know in the chat. They'll know. So that's why I was concerned on this one, George. They're not very pointy. Oh, well, you know what? Okay, they are. The big ones on top are pointy, y'all. The big ones on top are pointy. I was leaning toward Fenton, but I don't want to call it without, since I didn't do my homework on it, you guys. Sorry. I wimped out because I'm like, you know what? There's smarter people in the chat, and they will know. It's pointy. Okay. The big ones on George says it's pointy-ish. Yeah, the ones on top are more pointy. Maybe that was getting towards the end of the mold life for that one, but it's still pretty and it's a glower. So let's see. Karen is at 15. You've sold the same one. Okay. Awesome. Let me see. No, Deb's at 18. There we go. Will you show it outside the box? Yeah. Sure, babe. Let me come in like this. Let me try that again. Let's try this again. There we go. Yeah. So these do seem to be more rounded, but George is right. These get a little bit more pointy-ish at the top. Nice ruffled. Let me hold it still in case you're wanting to take a screenshot or something. I don't have anything white to put behind for a screenshot. I should have done this. I apologize, you guys. But I was like, nah, someone in the chat will know. This is a very busy time of the year, you guys. That's why I'm not doing any more live sales, so I can catch up with my booth. I am headed to my booth tomorrow to spend all day there stocking for the holidays. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. This one. Okay, wait a minute. Catch up. Okay. And okay. All right. So we're at Deb's finds. Going once. I'm going to put it back in the glow cam. just for a moment so you can see the glow, and then I will bring it back out and show it to you without the glow, because it is so beautiful. Like you don't have to have a UV case or be planning any kind of dinner party to enjoy the beautifulness of this stuff, you guys. Definitely. The Amberino, right? Red, orange to yellow ombre, often referred to as Amberino, although some companies have their own names for their glass colors, you guys. Yeah, it's still very pretty. Very pretty optic. Okay, I'm going twice. Sorry, you guys. And last call. I think we're still at depth, if I'm looking correctly, for 18. Turn it upside down in the box, please. Curious if it will glow more than. I'm sorry, I'm reading what Zeno's saying. Turn it upside down. And oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Zeno. There you go. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Good to know. Oh, I wish I'd have done that. You should have said that on a couple of those other pieces where I was trying to show the epicness, like glow cam. She wasn't showing the epicness that I was seeing. Okay, there you go. And last call. Yeah, there we go. And there was item close. And Karen Babe snuck in there with a 20. Thank you very much, Karen. I don't know if you have a Monday live sale box open with me or not, but I am closing everything out this weekend anyway. So thank you very much. I will put you down for 20. And I think you will enjoy that piece. Let me set it aside and let's bring in George. You ready, George?
I am, more or less. I have a Fenton choice too, but this is a little different. I have a small collection of these. I do have some other years available, but these are the only two that were glowers. So I saved them for this show. These are ornaments. They did these annually. And you can see the bird. Well, whoops, I'm going the wrong way here. We'll start with this one. This one is 2008. That is just before Fenton closes. So by then they were not selling as many of these, but it's painted in a Mary Gregory style. And you have the girl on the cat on the bench next to the tree. Very holiday-ish. And then this one is a very pretty bird on Vaseline glass painted. And they only did that in 1997. I don't know how many years they did these flat ornaments, but this is the only time I've seen, these are the only 2 years I've seen in this collection that had any glowing properties. They always have this nice sort of a star or maybe snowflake pattern on the back. And these I'm going to start at $15 choice. We've been seeing these selling pretty well at prices as much as $35 a piece, depending on the year. So we're going to start these at $15 each. And yes, they are a good deal, but I have a feeling that somebody out there is going to understand what a good deal they are and grab them. So we're going to let them start for that. And I'll show you a little bit more about them while we let people put their bids in. These two are both, they always did the same sort of open work edges. They are about and thank you, Marcy, $15 is our opening bid. They did about 3.5 inches around. And with the black light, yes, this is what he explained to me. If I do this, that turns off one of them automatically. And you can kind of get, coming through the back, I think you see it a little bit more. You see, especially on the edges where you get this cadmium glow. So if you are one of these people who loves things that glow and you've actually done a tree with a bunch of glowy stuff, well, this will definitely have some nice glow around the edges and in the middle of the glass because it's a thinner piece. So for an orange piece that's a cadmium glow, this is actually a pretty strong glower. I'll try to hold it where you can see both of those things at the same time instead of just seeing the back of my black light. All right, so 25 is the current high bid. And then here's the one that really, really, really glows. I can put the light right behind it. And this one is the Vaseline glass. And this is a true Vaseline. When uranium glass started in the Victorian era, they didn't know about uranium and they didn't know how bad it was for the glass blowers to be breathing it either. All they knew is it made this really pretty yellow green that they could not get by doing glass any other way. And so they put the uranium salt in. Well, then once they figured out that it was really bad for the glass blowers, they decided that they should only do pressed pieces that could be done by a machine. And so that's why you see these in a later era. So Deb's Fines, you're at 25, but Pamela Commons is at 27. She is our high bid. And please do, Yvonne's taking the bids. So please do look at the screen to know what the high bid is, because we've got people in two different chat groups here. We've got people on my channel and people on Yvonne's, and we want to make sure you're able to keep up with the bids. Marcy Quarter at $28 for choice. Now Pamela at 30 at choice for these. And we're going to hold these down a little bit, and I will shine the light again. Well, that's kind of sideways, but you get the idea there. And here we go with this one. I do love Vaseline glass, that pure yellow. I have two cats that I can put up a little bit later that are Vaseline as well. And so, yeah, I think these are really cool. We've got two of you at 30, but Pamela Commons is our first bidder at 30. So she is currently the high bidder. And I know we've got three of you folks interested, so we won't rush this. We want you to all have a chance at it. Marcy Quarter in at $32 for choice. And yeah, these are pretty neat. I really haven't run into these before. It's the first time I've had a collection of these particular ones. I've had the ornaments on the stands before, but not the tree ornaments like this. Pamela at $35 for choice is our current high bidder. And I think that even though we've got a lot of action on this, I do want everybody to have a chance. Marcy says she's out. Deb's Fines is in at 35, but Pamela got her bid in first. So I think we're going to do our going, gone here. Please put in the bid that you are willing to make for these. It will be choice. The backup bidder will get the option of the other piece if the high bidder only takes one. And yes, the chickadee shines without a black light because that's just how happy and bright this is. Plus, it also has iridescence, so it is carnival glass as well. And that's the reason. This Wildlife at 36. And we're going to let Kitschy Cat start our going, gone here. So pay attention to the chat, but also pay attention to the screen so you know where the high bid is. Miss Wildlife at $36 for choice is our current high bidder. And we are going once. And we are going twice. All in and all done. Last call. Pamela Commons comes in at 38 for choice. So we're going to see who ends up with this, folks. And we're just waiting for our moderator to tell us when the bid ends. And when it comes up on our screen, the high bidder at that moment will be the first chooser of ornaments. Feel like we need some background music here. It's too bad YouTube's so funny about the music, because we could be playing lovely things for you in the background. All right, item closed. Pamela Commons at $38 choice. You are the first choice on this, so let us know if you are interested in the 1997 ornament or the 2008 or both. And again, you have first choice, and then the backup bidder will have the choice on the other piece, if there is a piece left. She would like the bird. Okay, very good. I believe our backup bidder was Miss Wildlife. If you are interested in the 2008 piece, let us know. I'm going to put Pamela down at 38 for the Vaseline piece. They are both very lovely. Yeah, actually, I've had about 10 of them or so. And okay, well, Marcy, I guess it's up to you. So we're going to let Marcy tell us here. And I can actually, it's very nice of you, Miss Wildlife. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. We'll let Yvonne come back up, and Marcy can tell us if she's interested in the red one, then we'll take care of it that way. And thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, that was fun.
Those were cool.
Yeah, they're neat, actually.
Yeah, something you don't see every day. Okay, so I'll let you guys work that out in the chat. Hang on. You guys, I'm trying to show Kathy. You guys, if you're not following Kathy, I hope you will follow Kathy as well. The Kitschy Cat. Kathy, feel free to drop your. I'm gonna go find you, girl. Feel free to drop your link to your channel. Kathy's a friend of mine, and she's very helpful. Hang on, I'm finding her. There she is. Drop your link, sweetie, to your YouTube channel. I think you guys will enjoy Kathy.
Hello?
Here, look, you guys. This is funny. There she is, in case you don't know Kathy.
Not showing me live there yet.
There she is doing one of her sales, you guys. That's the beautiful Kathy. And this is her channel. So, the Kitty Cat. So, please give her a follow. She's working hard. Thank you. This is a new system, too. She's working hard. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, drop yours in there, babe. And I tried to drop my link to my channel over in George's chat, but it wouldn't let me. So it maybe the word subscribed or something is blacklisted, which I understand because I think I put that on my block list too, because people will just spam. Anyways, moving along, I've got 2 little baby blue vases. If you're short on space and you like to collect your glass in little tiny pieces, I think I'll do the Fenton first and what is probably rainbow or Kanawa next. There it is. Let's see. A little Fenton piece. It's got some hobnail. These are more pointy. It's got the little sawtooth edge. Can you guys see that? There's the cute little spout. No chips or anything. And see that little sawtooth edge? You know what I'm talking about? Hear it? There you go. Something going on the handle too. Super cute. We'll start it at $5, and it is, what does that look like? About 3. Yep, it is 3 inches. Let's bring in the glow cam. You guys can see what that looks like. And whoops, that was a preview. Woohoo, that was a preview of something I was saving that I bought off Fatbird Finds. But there you go. It's cute. Let me see if I can get a better view on that. Let me bring glow cam in by herself. Let me see if we can get a better view on that, and I'll pull it back out. There we go. Something's not going right all of a sudden. It was doing a lot better a little bit ago. Let me see what's going wrong with this. Hang on, you guys. Let me see what's going wrong. I don't know. I must have messed something up. But anyways, it's cute. There it is. Let me bring myself back in too. George, I might accidentally put you in. Accidentally. Sorry if I do. There, I didn't. I did it right. Okay. No, I don't know. It looks gorgeous from here, you guys. Absolutely. Let me put it upside down. There you go. It's gorgeous. It's just a hot mess everywhere with the orange sherbet like glow coming through. Okay, you guys. Awesome. So I don't know if you guys are catching that, but it started at 5. I just flashed to the preview. Yes, I did. Starting at 5, you guys. And this is a Fenton. So unless somebody argues with me, this is a Fenton piece. So cute. Amberino. The oranges and the yellows. And let me try this. Let's see. George, I might accidentally bring you in. I'm going to try something. Hang on. I didn't. Okay, there you go. So you can see this. Super cute. And then in the glow, Lorraine's in at 5. Hi. Thank you. There you go. To put links in our chat, you have to pay the troll. Yeah, I kept trying to put it in, and I'm like, oh, I know they probably have that word blocked, because I do too. Because people will just really try to, people you don't even know that have never even talked to you or said hi or act like they care about you, just come in and be like, act like they're your friends and just like spam, like, come follow me, come follow. Or the sex girls, you know, we don't want none of that. So there you guys go. It's cute. 3 inches. You know, not everyone has room. Let me see where we're at here. Not everyone has room for like the swung vases. And plus, I know they're going up in price like insane. But I was telling you guys, there's so many options. You can do the little votives, little glass votives, especially like Viking makes some really cute ones. You can do, you know, the little tiny pictures. You could buy all the clear cruets, the vintage cruets, and fill them with colored water of your choice. beautiful, let's see, beautiful Russian girls with Fenton glass. Right? They could have at least tried to connect the dots, to make it relevant. They could have at least tried. Everybody has to earn a living. Yeah. Okay. That's all right. But I don't come into their chat to go, hey, you want to buy some glass? So like you're probably wasting your time with my crowd, but whatever. Okay, there you go, you guys. So we're at $8 for the little Fenton piece. So this one is a little bit more pointy. Okay, so going once, going twice. Let me see where I'm at. And last call. I can't see my camera. Come on. A little bit of glow. It's not showing. I don't know if I shouldn't have touched my phone. I tried to do something with my phone and I shouldn't have touched it when I had it all set up today. It is crazy though. Let me see if I can do it here. It is crazy. Okay, just trust me. Whoever gets it, you're going to be like, bam. Whoa, that's an awesome one. Jess is in at 10, you guys. You could do just in case, at least on my items. George is not a big fan, but you can do it for me if you want to on me, you guys. Sorry. On some of these, you guys, some of these, I know I'm not putting some of these over. They're talking about the sex girls, the dating sex girl things. Okay. Oh, dear. Okay, yeah, we're at 10. And I think I said last call, so we're just waiting on Kathy to give you guys a few more seconds, and then she'll put item closed. This is funny. It is getting a little wild in the chat. Okay. You still here, Kathy? If not, I'll type it in, babe. Let me see, where were we? Jess at 10. We might have lost Kathy. So I'll put in item closed. I'm coming. I'll put in item closed. Oh, you did? Oh, we were just all laughing. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, Kathy. Sorry. Okay. Jess, I got you for 10. I'll add that to your box. I'll run the other Crackle one. The other one is a Kanawa or whatever, or Rainbow probably, or Pilgrim. It's a Crackle. I'll run that when we come back, you guys. It's cute too. If you like the little Crackle glass, Amberino with the look at the little swirly cute. Oh, so cute. All right, I'm bringing in George. Remove.
I so wish I could do a Russian accent right now, but I'm not good at those. So we'll just move on, which is probably a good idea. And we're going to move on to this. This is another Fenton custard piece. I think this might be the only, I want to make sure before I say it. Yeah, I might have one other piece with painted features, but this is certainly the largest and most, I think, impressive and showy and just really nicely painted. I always like this. We're going to start this at $15, which is a good deal. And I'll tell you why, because I'll measure it for you. And when you say, oh, it's a big one, then you'll say, oh, yeah, that's right. This one is 8.5 inches wide by 6 inches tall. And it is, what I like about Fenton so much when they do the hand painting is they figure that you might have this out in the middle of the room or somewhere where people are going to see around it. So notice it's got a rose on the bottom, but it has a rose on the other side on the bottom as well, which makes all sorts of sense, because if you're putting it in the middle of the table, well, then anybody who's seeing it is getting to see a rose no matter which way they're facing. And I always just thought that they were really smart about that. I love the background on this too. This one's a fairly early one because it doesn't have the oval mark and it has a full signature of the person who painted it. This one says hand painted by Catherine Gerhardt. And she was one of their earlier decorators. A woman named Louise Piper is the one who, for those of you who don't know, is the one who really started Fenton's decorating. She went to Fenton one day and said, I think it'd be really neat if you painted stuff on this glass. And they had to figure out how to change the surface a little so the paint would adhere. And so they let her paint a few pieces, and it came out so well, they hired her. She ended up training almost all 100 of the decorators who came to Fenton to work, some of whom went on to do things like major works. One guy repainted a basilica and is very famous now. So it's a great story. And I just love this. We've got a bid of $15 with Deb's Find. So that's what's starting us out here. Thank you, Deb. And here's what it looks like when it glows. It is definitely a glower and a shower. When you get the black light on it, I'm having to light from underneath because my studio lights are so strong, but I think you're getting the idea here. And yeah, it really is a pretty piece. And the nice thing about this, it is custard glass. One thing I have people ask, because this is satin glass, is, well, is it okay to use this? Because they're worried that they're going to mess it up. As long as you don't scrape it with metal or something where it's going to leave a mark, you can use this just like you'd use any other dish. And $16 with Lorraine Mitchell. Thank you, our current high bid. You can use this just like anything. Now, if you were to get a little, sometimes you'll see these and like somebody put a utensil in and maybe they, you know, how things get little marks from utensils. If you use Mother's Mag wheel polish, believe it or not, or some other wadding cloth like that, you will be able to get that off very easily. As long as it's not in the painted surfaces, these things will clean up. So use them, enjoy them. They were made for it after all. This one is, I just think this is a nice big piece. We've got Deb's Finds at $20 now. And Meggie, hello there, a new person to me. Nice to have you with us. And thank you, by the way, all of you who are with us, both new folks and our regular people who enjoy this. It's always great to have you. And we're sure having fun showing and telling and talking about this stuff. Metal transfer, that's right, Peter. Yeah, exactly. And so the metal marks will come off if you use those kind of materials. Let's see here. What else can I show you about this? Fenton, of course, because if you saw a piece like this one doesn't have a mark, well, how do you know it's Fenton? Well, definitely this is one of their more famous patterns of painting, but also you notice how the crimps are very even on this. It's not like suddenly they're going different ways. They use a very uniform tool. And that's the reason that these things are pretty reliably identifiable. And I just think they're really pretty, and I like it in custard as itself. But of course, this is a glow party, and there is your glow. I also like the pieces that are painted because if you're doing glow, you still see the outline of the painted part when you have your black light on it. So say it's really, really dark and all you can see is the outline of the piece. Well, you actually get a little bit of relief in that and you'll be able to see that in your case. So it gives it just a little bit more dimension, I think. I've always liked that. And yeah, thank you. I think it is really painted. Oh, Pamela, I'm sorry. Let me show you who did it again. This is an earlier decorator. This is Catherine Gearhart, and it's a full signature. We see a lot where it's just an initial. That was done later in time, I believe, because it was a time-saving device. They did a lot of these as originally they were a little more just, you know, you did it, you went home. Then eventually it got to where they had quotas and piecework, and so signing with an initial was faster and they could get more pieces done. So full signatures are typically earlier. And yes, I do like the ruffle perfection. That's something I admire every time I see a piece like this too. So we've got $21 from Meggie. I know there's a couple folks out there interested in this, but we are going to wind it up pretty soon here. So get your bids in if you're interested in this. I think it's a rather lovely piece, and Deb's Finds is at 25. Thank you very much. I think we will go ahead and how old is this one, Jess? Well, let me show you the bottom. When you don't see any sort of an oval Fenton mark, and they're not always on the bottom, but on these pieces they would be. Sometimes they're on the side or on the foot on the outside if it's a smaller piece. But if you don't see an oval mark, they didn't mark everything with the Fenton impressed oval until, I want to say 1975, 4 or 5, I think is when pieces all pretty much are marked Fenton. So if it's not marked, it usually dates before that. They started doing the custard lines in the late 60s. And it was because it was just a really beautiful color of glass. It wasn't really about black light. And so that was that. So we've got Deb's Finds at 25. I think we're going to go ahead and do going, gone on this. So we will say going once. And if you're interested in this, it's 25 is a great price for this. I've certainly seen them sell for as much as $10 higher. So somebody might get a deal here. And we are going once. We are just looking in the chat here. I'm seeing it when you're seeing it because this is streaming to me too. We are going twice. Deb's Finds is our current high bidder. And I know I have a couple of things from you from the Tuesday night sale that I did, so we can combine shipping on this. And last call. We're just waiting for this final. If anyone else is in, we're all in, all done. Deb's Finds comes in at $27, and we're just waiting for that sold. If anyone else has a bid, now's your moment, because this is going to sell. And we'll see to whom and for how much in just a moment. As soon as that sold comes in, we will let you know. And item closed. And Deb's Finds at $27. This is yours. Thank you very much. A very pretty piece. And I will make sure it goes with your other things.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good deal, Debs.
That was.
That was. Okay, here I come. All right, so let's run the. We never talked about how long we were going to run, George. So I don't know. I don't want to leave without running this higher end piece. I brought one higher end piece, this Fenton, that I got from Fatbird Finds. So it's actually kind of hard for me to let go, but I'm going to start it at a certain price, and if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it's going back in my collection because it is from the girls. Okay, so here we go. So what do you guys think? Pilgrim, Kanawa, if I'm saying it right, Rainbow, but it's the Crackle. Some of you love the Crackle, and look at the dippity-doo handle. So that is everything. So this starts at 5. Let me bring in the glow cam girl and see. What was it we did a second ago? Oh, yeah, we did that. Yeah, let's see if that. I messed up something on my phone, though, you guys. I was messing with it, and I shouldn't have. And now it just doesn't seem to want to do. But there you go. If you guys want some. If you guys want a cute little piece of Crackle. Oh, let's try what Dino said. There's the bottom. See what I'm talking about? There's the bottom. Thank you for that tip, too, Zeno. Awesome. So it really does a good job. A little bit around the rim here. This does really well. Most of the fire is down here at the bottom, you guys. Most of the fire is on the bottom. Wait a minute, let me pay attention. Yeah, most of the fire ring is on the bottom there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's going to look gorgeous. But regardless, it's a cute little Crackle Amberino baby boo all by itself. Look at that. I just love when they do the little dippity-doo handle things. So cute. Where are we at? Sorry, I got to pay attention. Let me see where we're at. Let me throw these over there for you guys. I think Conus, yes. Thank you, George, for catching that. And Sativa solved that problem. She's in at 9. So cute. There you go. It's a cutie pie. Do you guys, if you're not familiar, you know what I mean by Crackle, right? It's the crack glass. Let me see if I can get that to show. Let me hold still for a minute. Oh, there you go. See, it's all crackled. Intentional, of course, right? Got a nice look to it. Little tiny spout, little inky dinky spout there. So cute. Like, this is vintage bougie all the way, right? And Catherine's at 10. Okay, where was I? Going once. Cackle-tastic. Thank you, Christina. Why not? You know, and somebody said something the other day. It was somebody buying the, it was my last Monday, the live sale. She was buying the Murano Archimode, Segueso. I butchered that. Clam. She had a purplish one. And I don't remember which one of you said it, but you're like, people were going, oh, my taco holder. And somebody said, I use my vintage glass. I'm using it. And I was thinking, darn it, yes. I'm going to start using mine. What's the point? It's moderately priced, vintage cool glass. Start using it. Have fun with it. Anyways, and last call. Did I say last call, Kathy? Sorry, babe. Sativa in for 11. I'm going to start using it. I'm going to start using my Noritake perspective every day. I usually save it. I usually use the Viking Gregorian honeycomb ones instead and save my Noritake perspective drinkware for special when people come over. No, I'm going to start using it for me. I'm going to whip out my Noritake perspective and put it on the very top shelf where we can use it every day. So why not? It's not that expensive. I use Corel, yeah, and I use Corel a lot for every day. Besides my vintage glass, item closed. Thank you, Kathy. You guys, if you guys on George, if you on George's channel, if you guys don't know me and my lives, I chit chat a lot. So, yeah, I use Corel too. Not the flowery stuff. I buy it with the cool geometric stuff because there's something about Corel. I don't know what kind of glass that is, but it's a special kind of, their own proprietary glass. It's actually cool. Corel is actually cool, and it's still popular. And as far as I know, the last time I checked when I was at Marshall's, and they sell the starter kits for like $100. I was at Dillard's, and they sell the big box starter kits of Corel for like $80 to $100. It still said made in USA. So awesome. I voted Die Hard, by the way. Hello. Yeah, Die Hard. Poor Bruce. Okay. Let me write this down. Stop chit-chatting. Here comes George. I think so. Hang on. I'm going to try to bring George.
Just to answer your question, Yvonne, I'm rolling into another sale at 8 o'clock Eastern, so I've got like another 45 minutes or close to an hour. So you just tell me when you've had your fill, and we'll go on from there. In the meantime, I do have other things to show you, so let's get on with the next. This is going to be Choice of Cats. I mentioned that these are the only other yellow-green Vaseline that I have today. These are both Fenton, and boy, are they glowers. They are practically radioactive. We're going to start these at $20 for choice because the Vaseline glass really does sell pretty well for some pretty good numbers sometimes. So 20 is going to be our start, and meow, yes, that's right, Peter. Let me show you how bright that is. It's just amazing. The clear Vaseline, I mean, the custard really glows well when you've got a strong light on it, but the clear Vaseline, it doesn't take much at all, and it just picks it up. So you can glow it a little or you can glow it a lot. I see Dawn at $30 for choice. Thank you. The little guy there that I just showed you is 3 inches tall. This next one is just a whisker under 4 inches tall, and this is the opalescent cat. Also Vaseline glass, also glows like crazy. And this will be for choice, but there it is. And I just think that is a really strong glower, and that is part of the appeal. Plus it's cats, and cats are very, 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 very popular with folks, and I don't blame them. I think when I was 4 or 5 years old, my mom put a cat figurine in the room, and so there's just always been one in the house somewhere. We're at $45 for choice with Miss Wildlife now. And I'm glad that you folks like these. And ectoplasm green, yes, it can certainly be that ectoplasmic color if you really, really light it up. Dwayne at $47 for choice on these. I like that. You use paper plates a lot. I use my old dinnerware when I am around it all the time, every day. I picked a pattern that's low in lead count and that you can actually put in the oven and microwave. And I use it every day, even though it's, you know, from the late 50s, actually. And I also like to eat on, I actually finally broke down and got a set of real silver, a nice modernist pattern, because I like eating on real silver and they say it's good for you. Here we have very, very small. I was telling you Fenton labels on smaller pieces can show up anywhere. This has either an 8 or a 9 under it. So it's either an 80s piece or a 90s piece. And Miss Wildlife is at $49. Ah, Russell Wright for daily dishes. That's a nice choice. I always loved Russell Wright. His designs are so great. He and his wife were way ahead of their time. She doesn't get as much credit for his designs as she probably deserves because she was really involved with it too. There's the Fenton logo on the back of this. And we are at $49 choice. I think we can go ahead and do our going, gone here. So all in and all done. If you are interested in these, now is the moment. Dwayne is at $51 choice. It will be the high bidder when the sold comes through. I don't mean to break the rules here, but I generally just don't do just in case on my live. So whoever's the high bidder when the thing comes in, that's the high bidder. We have $51 with Dwayne Cushing, and we are going once. Jess is at $55. Glass cats don't shed, and they don't have dander, which is good for Zeno because he's horribly allergic. So there are no real cats in our house. There's a whole lot outside, though. This town is full of them. $55, last call. Jess is going to get first choice unless someone jumps in ahead here. We are just waiting for that sold to come in. Dwayne's at 56. It's a race here, folks. And this will be choice on these. And then we'll let the backup bidder have the other one if they don't both go to the same person. They actually came from the same house, so maybe they're meant to live together. I have a grumpy old cat here. 58 with Jess Trujillo. We're just waiting to see that sold come in. And we will have our final winner here. Item closed. Jess Trujillo, you are the high bidder. So please let us know if you are interested in the little cat that is the pure yellow-green Vaseline, the yellow-green Vaseline opalescent, or if you want both, you can certainly have both. So you want the big one. Okay, very good. And I think our backup person was Dwayne Cushing. I will make a note of Jess for this one. Dwayne, if you are interested in the small one, let us know. And if not, we'll just put it aside for another time. So we'll just give Dwayne a moment to let us know about this one, and then we'll move on from there. Dwayne's going to pass, so we will, if anyone else wants this, 58 was the bid, and you can let us know in the chat, and I'll let Yvonne go on with another piece.
Good stuff, George. Dang.
Yeah, I've been saving up for you.
Okay. Sativa? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to say something to Skylar, because I noticed over on Knickknacks I put some, because I tell you guys here on my sales, thank you, starting prices, and whatever happens. And then I go make my money elsewhere. So I had some Russell Wright. I put some of it over on Knickknacks, and I saw Skylar bought a piece. I was like, didn't even ask for a discount, just straight up bought it. Thanks, babe. And now I know why. I didn't know that was your dinner service or whatever choice, but awesome. Thank you for that. Okay. What's wrong with this video? Nothing, Lena. Except we are simulcasting to George's channel too. Zeno taught me how to do something new. George has been doing it with Rosie. And I let them teach me yesterday how to do it. So we're trying it. We're trying that today. All right, here I go. Yeah, we see you, Lena. We see you, babe. Here, look. I'm going to put you right up there. Wait a minute. You may not be there, but you're here, babe. You're here with us. Okay? All right. Okay. So here we go. I don't know whose this is. I'm going to take a wild guess. People all over the internet, like when you're trying to look up, oops, let me take George off. Sorry, babe. When you're trying to look up things, you have to, there's a knack to it, because other people, you can't go by what eBay listings, you can't go by just one or two. Like, you need to get a consensus. Sometimes you have to take a deep dive to see, because people just, like, they'll go see one thing. Oh, that's a Murano. Okay. And then whatever. And also, for that matter, and some of the people that promote WorthPoint hate me saying this, but I'm sorry to my friends. I'm going to be real. You're my friend or you're not my friend, and I'm still going to be real. I do not promote WorthPoint because WorthPoint usually pulls. I use them, but I don't pay for the service. I'll go see, and I will admit that twice in like 5 or 6 years, I have asked somebody who has an account, please check this for me. And I'm here to say that's wrong, but I admit that I have done it, and I'm not going to do it again. But I don't use it because they mainly pull from eBay, and they don't vet. WorthPoint doesn't vet. So, it can give you a clue. And now let's see, but let me give WorthPoint some props. There's something going on the WorthPoint website. You guys may not know. They have like things happening, things going on. And let me bring George. Can I bring you in for a minute? Because I just found out this yesterday, you guys. George, what did you do? You did something for WorthPoint. They do interviews.
Yeah, it was really interesting. They contacted me and said, would you like to be interviewed? And I guess they have a magazine or something they send out to members or something. And they did a very nice job, actually. It was great. They said it seemed like we were having a lot of fun, and they liked what we were doing over on YouTube, and that we were giving information, and it was really cool. It was a very nice thing. Now, I have to say, what you just said about WorthPoint, I don't think is totally invalid. You have to look at the listing, and I'll tell you why this can be an issue. Some of the folks on my channel have heard this, and I think some of the folks on your channel probably should hear this. So WorthPoint does get their information largely from eBay, although they pull in from some other sources too. But eBay, I found out something very interesting. I had a Fenton vase that was very valuable, and it should have sold for about $800. And at the last minute, 2 Chinese bidders bid it up another $1,000 above that. And everyone was like, it's so exciting. You got $1,800 for that. And I said, no, they were doing it to keep each other from getting it. They're not going to pay. And sure enough, they were allowed to not pay, and eBay canceled the transaction. But if you go to eBay right now, it shows as a completed sale. So if you had this rare Fenton vase, you'd say, well, I should be getting $1,800 for it. And I'm telling you, I got less than half of that. So this is why you've got to read the fine print, and you've got to make sure that a sale is a real sale. So there you go.
So, well, thank you for backing me up on that. I'm not trying to throw shade on WorthPoint. WorthPoint does have value. I do like some of the information they give, behind the scenes. There's more going on to WorthPoint than just checking things. You guys should check it out. But I felt like I needed to say that, because I hear, like, a lot of my friends, whatever, they can get over it. They push the links to WorthPoint because they get, it's a referral link, and they get hit on the back end. And I'm okay about that. But I just want, if they're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. Don't think WorthPoint is the end all be all. Okay. It's still valid. It's a good place to include in your research, but don't stop there.
Right. It's a great place to start. Very good. Very well put.
Yeah. So, and anyways, I'm going to see George's interview. So has that posted? It already posted, right?
I guess it did. Yeah. I read it day before yesterday, and yeah, it was really fun. Awesome.
Because I forgot they had that, like, kind of like forum chat. I don't know what blog. Yeah. Blog. They have like a vlog or blog behind the scenes when you go to the website. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So that's enough of me getting not crunchy, but getting a little crispy today. Okay. Because my point is, I'm going to come in now. My point is, I tried, you guys. I really did try on this. Somebody's calling this Fenton and has it for $80. And I am like, no way is this Fenton. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. What do you guys think? I want to say Hazel Atlas. Loosely, not for sure. I want to call this Hazel Atlas. Let me show you the bottom. If this is a Fenton, then I guess I'm totally should not talk about selling vintage glass. Hang on. Let me check for damage. I'm good. So let me show this to you guys again. I wish Becky was here. Becky goes to all the Fenton shows. Oh, wait a minute. My bad. George has been doing a lot with Fenton people too in the conventions. Sorry. Yeah. Bowl down, diver down, shots fired. Anyways, there's the bottom. What do you guys think? Anyways, it's cute. It's adorable. Wait till you see how it glows. You can use it for food, use it for jewelry, use it as a trinket box, use it as a powder puff. Let's see. Let me see who this is coming. Oh, okay. I'm not going to answer that because it's not coming from my channel. If this was coming from my channel, if this was coming off my channel, I got an answer for you, but it's not, so I'm going to let it ride. I would delete it if I could. Anyways, here we go. Starting at 5. Let me bring in the glow cam. There we go. Look. Awesome. Yeah, you guys, are you feeling Fenton vibes on that? I'm not. I'm going to loosely say off the top of my head, Hazel Atlas. Maybe Jeanette, whatever, but it is awesome. I love the cute little ovalness of it. I think it will look great for your dinner party or in your glow glass. It's just cute. Give me a minute. Excuse me. Let me bring it back out. So this is, it's just your typical, like, cute little green uranium. Little molded or pressed piece. But then it really wants to flex a little bit for us. Look at that. That's so cute. There you go. It's a beautiful shape, isn't it? That's what I thought too. It's kind of an elegant shape. A little bit of Art Deco vibes to me, which is what I like. I like the Art Deco. I like the Art Deco revival very much. Let me see where we're at. Sorry, people are bidding. Let me throw it over. There we go. Okay. I'm going to keep it on the chat, and we'll measure some of it for you guys. If you're not going to use it and it's just display your shelf clearance, it is 4 inches. It is 4 1/4 for your shelf clearance. But y'all, it's so cute. Yeah. Something about that shape. It's hard to articulate, but when you have artistic eye, like some of you are getting it, when you see it, like it's hard to wrap words around it, but there's something about this shape that is just so more than sweet. Just, I don't know. Sorry, I have an artistic temperament like you all do too. So there it is with the glow. Happy also. Hi. Very cute. I did check everything, you guys. Might be like little flea bites on the very inner no chip. So yeah, it's just got a little graceful, a little low key bam, like I'm here, but low key, statement. I just really like it. You think I would keep it for as much as I love this little thing, right? Okay, so going once. I think we're at 13 with Beth. Hi, Beth, by the way. I'm going twice. And last call. I'm going to turn this upside down. I don't think it's going to matter on this, but I like that thing that Zeno told me. I think I see a little mold straw mark right here, you guys. But I don't care. She's too cute. I really don't care. She's too cute. I don't think you will either. I see a little bubble inside. There's some, mold marks in there, but it's too cute. Okay. Damn, I'm really loving on that. Okay. And Kathy's probably going to close it down in a second. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're at Beth for 18. You guys probably only have a few more seconds. Great marketing. I was just like practically molested it, didn't I? I was like drooling over it myself. Why am I selling it? Show it outside the box. Okay. Hang on, Kathy already closed it down, you guys. Sorry. There it is. There's the top if you're trying to help me identify it. Let me show you the bottom. I feel like it's like a Hazel Atlas or Jeanette or something like that. There's no imperial mark or anything like that, although I don't know if all imperial glass is marked. That was affordable glass back then. All right. I did fall in love. I did. Well, some of this stuff I haven't seen since I acquired it from a benefactor or since I bought it, because it's been going in. I've got 2 huge boxes. I've just been putting it in there. So probably this is the first time I'm looking at it again going, dang, you're awesome. All right, who got that? That was item closed. Beth, thank you. Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah, Happy. I'm sorry, honey, it was already closed. Beth, I don't know if you have a box down here for my Monday lives, but if not, I'm still closing everything out. I want to start the new year with a clean slate. We'll be starting the new year back with the Thrifting Twins on every Monday. Let's see, you guys know I moved it to 6:30 so that I can, and then I chit chat to try to wait for George to be done with his Mondays. I can't, there's no other day I can move it to and still have the Thrifting Twins. So you guys know I hate not being there with you on George's, but there's the best I could do is move it to 6:30. I chit chat until we think George is done, then you guys can come over. If anything changes with Michael, one of the twins, if anything changes with his schedule, I'm going to try to find a day that's not, the typical George days that we love to go watch his premieres and learn. I've made so much extra money since George came on the scene about just 2020. Yeah. Zeno kicked him off of, Zeno was on, wait a minute, let me get this right. He was on Periscope. I thought Periscope would make it, George. I really did, but it just didn't quite. And Zeno brought him over to YouTube for us. Thank you. I think that was just about 2019, 2020 when I found George. Yes. All right, you guys. I'll write that down and I'm bringing George in. Wait a minute. You don't? Okay. Well, Beth, but I'm closing everything out. So unless you really, really want me to keep it and start you a box for my January Monday lives, but I kind of like to close everything out and start January with a live sale. But if this is the only item, I love it when I keep it open box and can offer you guys discounted shipping, combined shipping, because I know like sometimes the shipping cost takes the fun out of an item. Let me see what George is. That's what I thought. Yeah, and I think I grabbed him pretty quick after that because I started adding more vintage, and I went over and I said, well, who's over here doing vintage? And George had just come over. Crazy Lamp Lady had just come over from her Relic Recoverist. Who else? Fatbird Finds had just came on the scene. Jeffrey Real Nifty Vintage was probably the biggest deal. He was going fine. He was probably the biggest deal at the time in the vintage YouTube. Now the general YouTube, that's been going on for years and years, big channels. That we've been doing that for a long time. These are some new people coming on the scene that I noticed in the vintage. And then the general has exploded too, of course. There used to be like 10 major channels, and now there's like, I don't know, 210. So a lot of them are super fun, especially like Cat the Nose Flipper. Love that. Anyways, what was I saying? So I grabbed them all and put them in a little side group, Stephanie Thrifting Adventures. I was like, hey, we can help. Let's put our heads together and help our channels grow. So that was fun. All right. Well, I wanted to see what did. Oh, yes. Yeah. We got George full time for a while because of the panty. That was the only good thing that came out of the pandemic, out of the shutdown. Let me say the shutdown. Nothing good came out of the pandemic. But that was the one good thing that came out of the shutdown is we had George all to ourselves for quite some time because he couldn't go do shows. So we're like, yes. So that was awesome. I don't know what Zeno said, but anyways, you guys were spanking him. So here comes George. I'm done chit-chatting. Here comes George.
Hello. They were just saying that Zeno is mean to me, and he really isn't, but he learned a long time ago that with me, especially if it has to do with tech or how we're handling things, you have to be very direct because I don't really pick it up naturally. So no, we do great, and and thank you for the kind words. I just love doing YouTube, and it's so much fun to share. I've learned a ton myself from people who watch. I've had some old things I thought I knew debunked. Which is actually really helpful because you do this a long time and you start saying the same story over and over. And when I started in the business and was in my 20s, and 80-year-olds were telling me things, well, I just believed everything they told me. And it turned out most of it was true. So anyhow, that's why we're all here, is to help each other. And I just love doing it. I am going to do a choice on this one because, I'm wearing the hat again. And with the hat, it gets a little hot in here. So this is going to be a fun sort of boudoir choice here. This is for if you're going to a party, maybe a blacklight party. It's going to be a choice between the fan This is going to be from probably the 1950s or so. With the 50s or 60s, it's got lots of nice open work, lots of sequins. I love the painting on the sticks. It's actually a very handsome piece, I think, and dates sometime, like I say, probably about 1950 or 60. Here's the fun thing about it. I don't know how much this will show, but oh yes, you get it. Yeah, this has fluorescence. So this white, all fluorescence, the sticks do not, but all of this white lace fluoresces very nicely under black light, under UV light. So if you had this in a dark room and showed black light on it, you would get this full effect of all of this lace in this fan. And I think that it's a pretty neat thing. So again, $20 choice is going to be the starting on this. Here's the other choice since we're doing boudoir. Well, I noticed Kitschy Cat said something about glowy jewelry. So I thought, well, we should put some glowy jewelry on here. Now, this doesn't look very glowy, does it? But now look what happens when you shine it on the green stones. It is this lime green color that in this case, this is a 1960s piece. Hard to do. It wants to focus on my face. There we go. So now you see every green stone really pops out under the black light. It's just a really fun thing. So $20 is the choice. Lorraine Mitchell is our first bid, and I'll give you some more information about this while we do this. And they are kind of groovy, I think. I like to bring some different things. It was nice. I asked Yvonne, do we need to do just glass? Because I've got a lot of glass. And she said, oh, no, I like to throw a few other things into. And I thought, well, good, because I have some other things that glow that are really fun. The fan, when it's wide open, is 17.5 inches. And the measurement to the top is 9.5 inches. And if you're worried about dust, well, they do actually sell specific frames for fans. It was very popular to collect these in the mid to late 70s. And they started making nice frames for these in oak or mahogany or other things. So you can get a frame to put this in, although a lot of people just set it on a stand behind all their stuff. And there we go for a little headdress there. And then this piece, this is a really well-made bracelet, and it surprises me that it does not have a maker name on it because, yes, shiny objects are good things. Yeah, it's got lots of little beads in it. You can see the amber, there's a root beer color, and then an amber, and then those greens that fluoresce, and then you've got the little faux pearls in there. I think it's a really pretty piece. The stones are all there, but look at the construction. It's like a book style construction. And it is really well made. You're not going to lose this. It's not going to fall off, and it is going to stay together. You're not going to have a link suddenly bend or break because this was done in the early 60s, and jewelry was made a little differently, and the qualities were different. It's got this kind of a catch on it, so it's fairly easy to use. It's not some complicated thing that can't go around. And I should show you the length. My wrists are about 7 inches around, and this would fit and clasp on my wrist. And I'll give you an exact size here in a minute. We have $23 with Sativa Queen. Let me give you an exact measurement on the bracelet, as opposed to just, well, it fits me, which that doesn't really help all of you necessarily, unless we just happen to have the same size. I do find that I'm actually the size of a lot of my customers. I'm very fine boned for a man, so that actually makes it easier. The length on this is 6 3/4 is the length on this. So it's a 6 3/4 inch bracelet. So if that is your size, that's the size that we've got here. So its choice of these, we're at $23 for choice. And I know we've got a few of you folks interested. I'll give you a moment now that I've given you more detail to get bids in before we wrap this up and move on to the next. And actually, I think I will put this over my wrist because I think it actually shows a little better. There's your, I think it does. There's your choices. So a very pretty fan or a very pretty bracelet. We're at $23, and I think we're at the point where we're going to be gone. So get your bids in because we are about to be going once. Oh, come on, bracelet. There we go. That gives you a little better idea. And it's nice because it's got lots of links, so it'll bend with you. It won't be stiff and uncomfortable. Going once. And the other choice is this very pretty fan. Elderly Poodle at $25 for choice. Bring bracelet even closer. I'll bring it as close as it'll focus, Janet. It's a little tough sometimes. There we go. I hope that's, I'll bring it as far in as I can, as long as it focuses. We're going twice. There is the focus. That's as close as I can get it for you. There you go, Janet. So we're going once, going twice. We're close to last call. If you have a bid, get it in, because we're at last call and we are at $25 for the high bid, just waiting for this to close like that. And you can see how it looks closed. It's nice because you even get the decoration when it's on its side. The Japanese came up with the folding fans about 1,000 years ago, and it is a really fun area to collect. I've seen some really beautiful ones. We sold a couple in my sale the other night. This is the last one I had. Well, I might have one black fan still after this, but this is pretty much it. And item closed, and we have our winner is Elderly Poodle for choice at $25. And so let us know if you are interested in the bracelet or the fan, or if you like both, we can certainly send both. And then our backup bidder is actually Sativa Queen, because she had the $23 in before Janet. So it'll be Elderly Poodle choosing first, then Sativa Queen, and the bracelet. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So Sativa Queen, if you're interested in the fan, let us know. And if not, then we would offer that to Janet, although I think Janet was interested in the bracelet. So I will make a note for Elderly Poodle for the bracelet. And Sativa Queen, if you have interest in the fan, let us know, and we can take it from there. Sorry, wanted bracelet. No problem. Don't have to be sorry. I'm sorry I don't have more than one of them for you. And I believe that Janet and probably Pamela were also looking at the bracelet. But Janet, if you are interested in the fan, let us know. And if not, Pamela, it would be up for grabs for you. And I'm going to just set it aside, and I'll watch the chat for that while we let Yvonne show us her next thing. And I'm back. Hello.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
No problem. Hey, Tammy says I look marvelous, which is amazing.
Oops. Okay, now I cut you off right when you were talking. Sorry.
No, I just said that Tammy's my new best friend because she said I look good.
You always look marvelous. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so this is for those of you who are doing, okay, either you just like vintage kits for your little tea parties, or you are having a UV black light dinner party. So, and these are so cool, you guys. These are vintage. Where do you see the price? This is from my benefactor, made in USA, soft and absorbent, wax backed for protection, designed for the discriminating hostess. Because that's what all the women were in the 50s, right? Ask for those other items, plates, and all the paraphernalia you can get. Drip proof coasters, 30 cents by Rust Craft, styled by Brownie. They are sweet though, with the cherries and the grapes, right? So they are white, and they have 2 shades of green and hot pink. Okay, but you guys know, obviously, if I brought them, you guys know, because they glow too. So you can use those for your, there you go. The pink glows to like a sherbety orange. So we'll start those at $4. They're cute. It says you get 12 of them. They were originally 30 cents, you guys. Can you believe that? Originally 30 cents. So even they're just cute, even as like if you like to display your vintage kitschy stuff, or just use them for your little afternoon party. If you have the little tea parties or little girls' luncheon, they're so cute. It says they're wax backed for protection, designed for the discriminating hostess. But if you want to include them like as little things to set some of your smaller glow glass on in your UV display, or for your black light dinner party, then it will glow for you. Okay, let me get that back in there. There you go. It's gonna glow for you. Okay, just like my nails. There you go. They're so cute. They're starting $4. Let me pull them back out because I want to show you the fun little kitschy vintage. I can't even, man, this is before my time. Like, even when I was a kid, you needed at least a quarter to get a decent piece of candy at the 7-Eleven. We would pick up glass soda pop bottles people would toss out because we could go change them in for the deposit, the nickel or dime deposit. I think it was a nickel. Maybe it was a dime. This would be the 70s. If you guys are a millennial, you have no idea what I'm talking about. No clue. Deposit on bottles? Yeah, it was to help try to reduce littering and waste and encourage recycling. So there you go. Anybody here for it? If not, I will pass on these and bring George back in. I'll bring these to another sale, or you can hit me up. Let me take Kathy down real quick so you can see. Or you can email me there, thriftyrichclub@hotmail.com, if you want to inquire about these later. I don't think anybody's here for these today, so wait a minute, you remember? Yeah, Gen Xers, we're telling on ourselves. Gen Xers probably have some baby boomers in here. Thank you. I know we do still have millennials. We love you. If we throw a little shade, we love you. It's because in general, as a group, we're just having fun. Because as a group, not you particular maybe, y'all have been throwing shade at the older people, mostly the baby boomers. Gen X kind of flies under the radar, which is why I told you guys at my last sale, I think I'm going to start another channel for when I'm older and I'm too, like, I can't run around and do all this thrifting all the time. I'll just run a fun little static chit chat channel because I'm an ordained minister, so you can call me Rev if you want to, and I think I'm going to call it Rev X, and we're going to talk about everything Generation X before we fade into the next sunset as well. So I think we would have fun just kind of going over all the stories of growing up Gen X, what it meant. We'll welcome millennials and baby boomers and Gen Z, of course we will. But it'll be I'll call myself Rev X over there, and we'll have fun. And so I already bought a bunch of these to give away for whenever I launch that. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Tom, Yvonne sees your comments. Let me see. Let me check on something. Okay, I'll bring George in.
Okay, here we go. Now, I think there's a little confusion because we've got two different channels streaming together, and that may be why you're only seeing the comments in the channel that you came in on. But Yvonne, and I believe I am seeing all of your comments. We're definitely seeing all the bids. And the main thing is that if you bid on one channel, we will keep track of the bids and we will show it on the screen. So look on the screen to see where the high bid is. I'll also try to mention it where the high bid is as I'm selling the items. Let's see here. So, and it's good to see you, Tammy. Okay, so I'm going to do a choice here. And these are, one of them is specifically a Christmas piece, and one of them is just a fun piece. These are both Fenton. We are starting at a starting price of $15 on these. And they are custard and they will glow under a black light. They're a little different from each other, as you can see. This one has a very cute little bear with a top and a drum. And it looks to me that this is all hand painted. I had one other of these. It was actually a little lighter paint scheme, and this one painted a little darker. And I like the dark, and I kept it for this sale because when it glows, you really see the painting pop out. And I think that part makes this a really interesting piece for somebody, and definitely something interesting for a glow person. So that is one choice. And I also like that they did it kind of like an old style cup where they did the D handle, but then they put just a little thumb rest on there because this technically would be a child's cup, even though it's really an adult coffee cup side. So that is one. The other choice is this piece. And this piece is going to be a fun one to show you because this is where I can really show you what happens with the frit on these. This is just about 8 inches round. This is a 1980 plate here. And you can see that it is decorated. You are going home to the little church off in the snow there, and it's got the tree, but the tree is decorated with glass frit. When you touch this, you realize it's like overshot glass. They actually applied the glass and then fire it so that it sticks to the glass. So it's glass on glass. And what's cool about that is when you light this with a black light, look what color all of the frit on the tree turns. There we go. It turns a really bright lavender. That's why a lot of these pieces with this frit are starting to sell for really big money. The Chinese customers who have discovered Fenton because of the Fenton International line that was briefly made there are going crazy for anything that has this sort of frit. But I kind of hate to see all of it leave the country, so I thought I wanted to bring one piece out so that it could stay with us here. These are both hand painted. This particular one, and Brenda's in at $15. Thank you, Brenda. That's our initial opening bid. So we have a $15 bid for choice. There's our hand painting, AJ Knapp on the back, or Knop on the back. This was one of the, it's got a second. It's a collector's edition, and it's called, boy, my poor eyes. Let's see. Princess House. Okay, so this was done for Princess House. This is another one when they were doing for other companies, and this is their collector's edition from 1980. Again, 1980 was a little bit of a tough time economically for people, so we don't see as many of the plates from 1980 or 1981 or 82 as we do from prior or later years, because those were pretty tough years for a lot of people. So we're at $15 choice with Brenda, and it is the choice between the little mug here. Let me see if this one, funnily enough, and the other mug didn't either. They didn't have the painter paint their name on this one. So we don't really know who to credit with these, which I find very interesting. I have one other piece that has this motto, a music box, and it doesn't have a painter's name either. So I'm not really sure why that is, because it was a more complicated piece for them. And usually they're more complicated stuff. Well, they would have attributed the artist there. And then here is this. They are obviously both real glowers. If I get this string out of the way, we can see that a little better. I can show you from the back easier than the front. But that is definitely a glow getter. So $15. Now we have $20 with R.Y. Nick, or Reineck Poultry and Aviary. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. It's great to have you here. It is so great to have some new folks with us today, as well as a lot of our regulars. And thank you so much for coming. We're at, so it's a church, not a house or a barn. That's right. A little bit different. We see a lot of barns and a lot of churches, but there is the church with the steeple right there in the background. And you see some sort of, I don't know if those are snow clouds coming in or if that's more trees in the background, but it's got real dimension. I mean, I'm always amazed. Here is this flat plate, and yet they have so much perspective. I just have a lot of respect for artists because I'm not one. It was never my strong suit. I'm glad that I have a job where I get to appreciate other people's design and artwork because I think it's really great, but it's not my forte. So we are at $20 for choice, and we're going to go ahead and wind this down. This is that we are going once, folks. So get ready because we're headed towards last call. $20 is our current bid. Please do look at the screen to see where the bids are. Brenda says she sold the Princess House crystal back in the 80s. I had a friend who did too. It was very popular at the time. And some of the pieces, especially some of the lamps, if they're in good condition and the shades are good, are selling for pretty good money now. So there are collectors for certain types of Princess House. We're on the last call. $20 is our current high bid. I said it correctly, Reineck. Okay, thank you very much. And great to have you here. And we're just waiting for that sold, and then we will know who our new owner, first chooser of pieces. It is choice of one or both. And we're just waiting for that to come in, and then we will, yes, an item closed. And Reineck Poultry, you are the high bidder at $20. So please let us know if you are interested in the very cute little mug, the nicely decorated plate that has the interesting glow, or both. And I'm sorry, Brenda, you just barely missed the closure on that one, but we'll try to find some more stuff that you'll like. So we'll just wait for a minute for Rhineck Poultry to let us know their choice. And if there is a backup, then I believe Elderly Poodle was next, and Brenda, you would be third. So we're going to just see what Rhineck is interested in, and then we'll take it from there. I'm sorry, Brenda. Yeah, that's the one thing with these things, is that they go fast. It's always agonizing to me too. You were born in 1980. Very, very nice. Yes. Yeah, a lot of people collect for their birth year, so we will just waiting here. And Rhineck, if you'll let us know which one of these you are interested in, because you are the high bidder at $20 choice. So let us know if you're interested in one or both, and then we'll see if any of our backup bidders are interested in the other piece. Just give you a moment to let us in. You would like the plate. Okay, very good. So Elderly Poodle is our backup. If you're interested in the mug, let us know. And if you are not, then it would be Brenda's option for the mug. So we're going to wait for you to respond, and then we'll see where we are at that point. Meanwhile, I need to put down that we have the plate going to there. And Rhineck, please do send your email to me at theantiquenomad@gmail. And that way, okay, Elderly Poodle passes. Brenda, if you were interested in the mug, let us know, and we will make the mug be yours. And you can just let us know in the chat. All right. Well, thank you very much. And we'll let Yvonne go with another round here, because we are having some fun here, aren't we? I'm really enjoying this.
Okay, here I come. All right. Thank you, George. So George is watching the chat, you guys, for the information. You guys work that out. All right. Sorry. I'm very sorry. I only have a single on this one, you guys, but it's still cute. Again, I'm going to guess Imperial, maybe something along that lines. Imperial, Jeanette, something along those lines. I saw some people call this Tree of Life, but not enough for me to feel comfortable. But there it is. It starts at $4, starting at $4, Kathy. Little pressed glass or molded. Super cute. There's the color before. And of course, it's going to glow, right? Because there it is. Pretty serious. It's a pretty serious glow piece too. It is about... it is 3 3/4 the shelf clearance if you need it, but you need to put a candle in it. A lucite candle would be awesome. One of those lucite glitter candles would be awesome. But there it is without. There it is in the glow cam. Super cute. Turn it upside down. Ooh. If you want to use it as a little riser. Cute, huh? Anybody here for it? That's for George. I don't know if he sees it. We'll see if he answers in the chat. If not, I'll make sure he sees it when he comes back in. I have Cash App personally. If you buy from me, I prefer PayPal. You can use PayPal as a guest too. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can use it as a guest. Yeah, I knew he did, but I didn't want to answer for him. So, but Zeno can answer for him because they're, they do everything together. So, okay. Anyways, here we go. This starts at $4. If anybody's here for it, another little cute candlestick, just about 4 inches. Let me show you. I'm guessing Imperial glass on this. Somebody in the chat may know better. Super cute. And there it is in the glow cam. Okay, you guys. Well, going once. Going twice. And last call. Nobody's here for it. If you want to talk about this later, you're welcome to email me, or it may show up in the next glow sale, or it may show up at my booth, because I'm going to take one of my showcases and turn it into a UV glass glow showcase. Lorraine bid 4. I didn't see you, babe. I did not see you. Okay, Lorraine. All right, so we've got $4 until Kathy puts in item closed. And I will add that to your box, Lorraine. It shouldn't even add any more shipping. It doesn't weigh enough to even an item closed. It doesn't even add it, like it won't even add shipping to that invoice. Okay, thank you, Lorraine. And here comes George.
All right. Well, I better get ready here. I think that, you know, I have not put any Burmese on, and I've just got one choice lot of Fenton Burmese right now, and I think this is the time. I am going to start these. Let me just make a note real quickly. Burmese, we've got 2 different bowls here. They're like rose or ivy bowls, and they're really neat. So let me get caught up here. Orange tree or floral. All right, we are going to start these at $20 choice, because this is Fenton's Burmese pattern. And the choice is going to be the 3-footed orange tree pattern bowl here, or this one with the poppies, which is a pretty popular pattern as well. I have always really liked the Burmese. It does glow, but I think part of the fun of the glow of the Burmese is that it's the custard glass portion that glows. I got to take this out. This has the original paperwork in it. It is the custard glass portion that glows. So you get this really nice glow, but you get a little bit more of the design because the pink does not glow. So it actually stands out a little bit. And so where there's pink, you actually get to see the trees against it. And yes, I think the poppies are fabulous. And Marcy at $20 is our opening bid. Thank you. Here's what the other one looks like. And again, you get this really neat glow, but then the pink edges stand out. So even if you have a black light on it, they're not going to glow and the rest is. And that just gives it a really neat look, I think. Cindy Taylor, it's nice to have you with us, and thank you for your bid. Marcy had the $20 bid first, though, so you will have to bid up from there. These pieces, the poppies, this one is 4.5 inches tall. It is about 5.5 inches wide. And it also has its original paperwork in it. Cindy at 25 now. Thank you very much. This one has its original card from the Fenton factory talking about Burmese made with pure gold and uranium, because these were expensive to make. And that's part of the reason they were not that cheap when they were new, is because they did have to use 22 karat gold to get the pink color in the batch, and they had to use the uranium to get the custard glass. And that was something of a tall order. So it was also very hard on their kilns. So even though they loved making it, it wasn't actually a big profit center for them, because it was really more for the collectors, and it was difficult to make. They have all the information here on the back. Marcy's at $45 choice. I see a bunch of you folks out there are into these, and I don't blame you. They're very pretty. It's the only Burmese I have with me for this sale. They talk quite a bit about how it first started with Frederick Shirley at Mount Washington. Glass did the peach blow, or the Burmese and peach blow, and a bunch of other stuff. He was amazing. And then after 1900, well, uranium went out of production during the Second World War. It was many years before they would allow it to be used for civilian use again. We are at $60 choice. Carrie Matchett, nice to see you here. I've seen some folks I haven't seen for a while. It's great. I haven't been online doing a lot of these sales. The orange tree is 5.5 inches wide and about 4 inches tall on these little feet here. And there is our bottom with the Fenton logo in the center. Carrie Matchett at $70 for choice, our current high bidder. And so those are the 2 choices. I'm going to go ahead and put this tag back in the one so it stays with it. This is the tag that was in the orange tree piece, and this is part of the museum collection, as they called it. So it's got its original paperwork where it's $75. This is for choice. And I think that we can go ahead and count down on this one. So get your bids in, because we are going once, and you know what that means. It means in the next minute or so, these are going to be somebody else's and not mine anymore. We have a bit of a studio change for the sale. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I guess we'll find that out. I am having another sale that's starting in about 15 minutes on my channel here, but we want to have a little more fun with Yvonne first. So $80 for Carrie, and we are going once, we are going twice. We have $100 from Carrie is the high bid for choice now, and we are just waiting to see. We have last call, so last chance, folks. We are at $100 for choice. Marcy at $125 for choice. Marcy is serious about these. I don't blame her. They're really beautiful. And we are just waiting for that sold to come in, and that will tell us who our winner is. So we'll give it a moment here. And item closed. And Marcy Quarter, you are the high bid at $125 for choice. So please tell us which you would like, if you would like one or both. They are for you. And if you don't take both, then the backup bidder is Carrie Matchett. So we'll get this going. Marcy would like both. Well, thank you very much. They're really beautiful. I think you might have bought something on Tuesday. If so, we will combine shipping as long as it is safe to do so. So I will put those aside for you. Thank you very much. And I've got you down for that.
Yes, it's so good to see some of you I haven't seen for a while. Carrie Matchett or Carrie Mache. Haven't seen you for a while, babe. Thank you for being here. Okay, so, well, George, I could go a little longer, you guys, but George has got another sale. Where are you going?
Well, actually, I'm just going to be right here on my channel. If you want to run one more lot while we're all together, that sounds just fine.
Okay. Is it a sale by, what kind of sale is it?
Well, it's a different bunch of stuff. I wasn't sure how late we were going, and I had a sale scheduled for 8 originally anyway, and I don't know what Zeno's telling me about studio change, but
oh yeah, you have to go in. You'll have to come. Yeah, he's telling you you'll have to leave because you got to go into your StreamYard, I think, or your studio with whatever you're using.
I'll have to go in probably a couple minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do my last one, you guys, and we'll go and I would stay on longer by myself, but I want to go see what George is selling too. I haven't got to hang out in a George side chat for a long time, so this is my chance. So I'll sell one more. I'll go ahead and do this one that I've been teasing. Let me hang on. Let me let George have a break. I'll go ahead and do this one that I've been teasing you guys about. I'll save this for later because there's some things I wasn't 100% sure. Anyways, you guys know, if you follow me, you know that I do Save the Smileys. I've got the largest, most important smiley face collection in the United States. And you guys have helped build it. So now I kind of call it the Thrifty Rich Club. I started it in the 90s before I even had a YouTube channel. And I kind of started talking about it, and one thing led to another, and you all have contributed so much to the smiley face collection. It's over 1,000 pieces now. And another thing I do is, of course, vintage lucite and acrylic is totally my jam, totally my groove. So I do some of that. And the safety pin art, it upsets me to no end that this kind of retro folk art, I need a better name than folk art, because, you know, this is, I don't know. I need a better name than folk art because that implies kind of more primitive. But anyways, I've been doing the safety pin art, and you guys have been helping me save it too. No one hardly cares about it. It is super cheap at the thrift stores. So whenever I find it, and some of you guys, you've been sending it to add to that collection. I think we've got 4 bins now. But I noticed this one in particular glowed. It had some day glow. So I thought, well, let me part with one of them. That's pretty cool. Let me part with one of them because that's really pretty. But I'll save that for another time. Let me go ahead with the Fenton, okay? So here it is. I am starting this at $40 because I bought this. I paid up a little bit, but it doesn't bother me because I bought it from my friends Mary Beth and Laura, Fat Bird Finds. you know, Home Co, put it in your home. Those girls, yes, I've been friends with them. I met them when they first showed up. It's been 3 or 4 years now. I adore them. I bought this off of one of their sales. I couldn't believe they sold it. I was just going to add it to my Swan glass collection because at home I don't do the UV light. But when I put the UV light on, I was like, oh my gosh. As much as I love this and as much as I love the Fat Bird Finds, the girls, sorry. I need to let that go to someone who appreciates the glow because that's crazy. So it's a beautiful Fenton piece. It's got the opalescence, kind of like another one of my favorites, Fostoria Heirloom. You know, it's got kind of like the opalescence on it. Really pretty. And it's a yellow. So we're starting it at $40 because otherwise it could just stay here with me because I love the girls. It's 8 1/4, but it is crazy. So I really wanted that to go to someone who's going to use it more for the glow that it is. Use it in a black light dinner party or in your case. Okay. So there you go. Let me pull this out. At least you have a purple safety pin tree. I bought so many safety pin Christmas trees this year. I bought one off of Knickknacks, one from Jocelyn. You guys have sent me some. It's so cool. Cindy's in for 40. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, I want someone that's going to appreciate this a little more. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep it. This little Fenton piece in the yellow. There you go. Beautiful yellow. White, and then pale yellow, white, opalescent around the hobnails. Nice rim, nice fat rim lip there. It's very pretty. Yes, Lena, I know. You and I, we were some of the first people in our little Thrifty Rich Club side chat to embrace the safety pin art trees. You guys know. I like to try to come up with words that are a little different than what because you don't want to say hearing the same words over and over. So I try real hard. So it looks like I'm trying to be a brat, but that's why I say things like it's on the docket, it's on, this, that, and the other. I'm just trying to come up with different words because you know how it is. We all tend to use some of the same descriptive words. So I just try, and I know some of them are off the wall. And then when everyone was doing the lit ceramic Christmas trees, which I love, by the way, totally love, own some myself. But when Hobby Lobby started copying them, oh, that made me so mad. They copied them, had them imported from China, and they were selling them for what, $40 starting a couple years ago. Oops, I'm sewing something. This, you guys, we're at $40 so far for this Fenton beautiful piece in yellow that does glow. I made a lateral move and I said, well, I'll see your ceramic Christmas trees, lit Christmas trees. And I started doing the safety pin art trees that you can light up too. Fabulous. And so one thing led to another. And then here we are 4 or 5 bins later. Y'all have helped me build an epic safety pin art collection too that belongs to the Thrifty Rich Club as well. I know, and now I think they're so cool. I think they're totally underrated. Okay, let me stop for a moment because this is my last item. We're gonna let George go. I might need to let him go now, as a matter of fact. But anyways, here we go. We're on the Fenton piece. So this is Double Love. I got it from Fat Bird Finds about 4 or 5 months ago. Nice yellow hobnail with the opalescence, about 9 inches. And it will glow for you guys very nicely. Okay, we are at 40 with Cindy Taylor. I personally take just in case if you guys want to. So going once, going twice. It's about 9 inches. Yeah, about 9 1/4. And last call. Well, hi, Karine. Yeah, we've had a great time. You can watch the replay sometime when you want to. We've had a great time. We need to stop. I need to let George go. He's going to do his already scheduled sale on his own, just whatever he wants to sell on his channel. Okay. And so we're just waiting on Kathy to, and item closed. All right, Cindy. Cindy, I'm going to have a put a curio. Yes, thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Because again, Mary Beth and Laura found this, and then I bought it from them. So there you go. We're passing it on down to someone who will appreciate it more. So I did pull that out of my personal collection because I'm like, somebody who does the glow needs to be the owner of this. Thank you very much. Let me bring